Tonight, the Outlaws Sim Series gunman trucks face their biggest challenge yet. Miles, the Monster. A playdate in the first state for the Outlaws drivers is coming up next, here on PitStop TV. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the virtual Dover, Delaware. Jacob Zala joins me on the call tonight, and Vincent Cortez is on our social media coverage this evening. And Jacob, here's a track that you're familiar with in these trucks. And again, banked all the way around. One of the trickiest pit lanes to get to, but what can you tell us about the Monster Mile?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say I'm glad to be back for the Outlaws Sim Series at Dover. This track is a technical track. You can see there 24 degrees of banking in both turns 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's very technical, and it's concrete. So those tires are going to be eaten alive here tonight at Dover, and you're going to have to try and conserve those tires. These guys are going to have a lot on their mind with tire saving and, making sure that they don't wreck coming to pit road if we do get green flag pit stops.
Yeah, absolutely. I do expect to get some green flag pit stops. So, man, pit lane at Dover, one of the trickiest, as we said earlier. I mean, you're considering braking for pit lane about halfway down the back straightaway, and you have to dart to the apron and keep your truck from coming back up onto the racetrack. There in 3 and 4, but just make it down to pit road speed, and then make sure you don't hit the pit barrels and the end of the pit wall down there, or the guardrail to the left side. So it's all sorts of fun times trying to get down to the pit lane here, as it comes across the bottom of your screen right now. That very treacherous pit entry. Somebody just tried to do it right now, and they're off in the grass, and just like that, pit entry is claiming victims.
Yeah, pit entry is very tough, and it's hard to get to, as you were saying. But there's other tracks like Darlington. Darlington, I think, is definitely one of the harder pit roads to get into. So these guys are gonna have to take it easy on pit road tonight and make sure that they aren't causing any wrecks.
Speaking about wrecks, the points lead has changed once again. This time not by virtue of wrecks. The past couple of weeks have been by virtue of wrecks, but this time, Joseph Causey just kind of outclassed Greg Holt at Pocono. And, well, we'll have to see if that trend continues. Right now, Greg Holt is severely outclassing Causey on the practice charts, which is, I mean, if that trend continues, they're going to start to send Andrew crazy, having to edit the top of the point standings every week.
Yeah, these guys are battling it out, and these two are the top of the Outlaws Sim Series class. They were really well last season too. Greg Holt had 7 wins last season, so to see these two at the top isn't really a surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Joseph Causey last season was pretty much the favorite coming into the season because of his time on the sim, and it didn't really amount to much. Now, he got 4 wins last season, to be completely fair. But Causey was a little underwhelming last season. This season, though, he's putting on the performance we expected to see out of him last season. So he's coming up. He's showing up to play. Again, Holt 25 back of him. Then it's a little bit ways back. You'll find Jeremiah Stutzman 86 back. He's been very clean and consistent, just finding his way, getting consistent finishes each and every week. Seth Berger was so close to winning last week at Pocono, and then late race yellows really caught out Seth Berger there. He's 120 points back inside, with Tyler Markle there in 5th. Brad Bothwell 6th, 144 back, a point leader Joseph Causey. James Gilliard there, 155 back. I'm very impressed with James Gilliard, making a nice little playoff run here in 7th. Last season, he was much closer to the bubble, and right now he's given himself a little bit of clearance, but there's still, counting tonight, 4 races left in the regular season. Max Service with the win last week at Pocono. After missing a couple weeks earlier this season, he's there in 8th, 159 back. Lingerfeld 161 back, and Max is 8th, Lingerfeld's 9th, 161 back, Setzer in 10th, 163 back. But Jacob, on the second side, I got to factor in that Elam is technically in the playoff because of his win, but the cut line, if you factor that in, the cut line, well, either way, the cut line to 12th to 13th or 13th to 14th is a 6-point gap. It's very tight on this right side.
Yeah, these guys are going to have to be battling it out to the end if they want to make it into the playoffs. Joshua Landfox there in 11th, 167 points back. Seth Fitzpatrick there in 12th, 174 back. Kevin Thompson in 13th, 180 back. He's been having a rough season from what I've seen, But, you know, he always comes out on a close and he can get things done. Farron Elam Jr. in 14th there with his win, so he technically should be in the playoffs. But we'll see how that all factors out. Devin Smith in 15th. I believe he went flipping in the last race we had at Pocono. So that was a wild ride to see for Devin, but not what he wanted to see there. 16th, Brandon Richardson. 17th, Jesse Adams. 18th, Doug Solms. 19th, Jason Miz. And 20th, Andrew Pratt.
Important to note, Jason Miz, he's also a one-time winner this season. If he makes his 12 starts in the regular season, he should be in the playoffs. But Miz has missed a couple races, so I don't know if he's still on track to make the playoffs based on the amount of starts. But Miz is a one-time winner this season, all the way back to the season opener at Daytona. Just to make that clear, so technically Miz is in if he makes 12 starts this regular season. So we'll have to be watching on his start count. He might be falling close, because I don't even see him in tonight's session right now. So for Jason Miz's sake of making the playoffs, hoping he can start making some of these races, but I understand some stuff is some stuff is out of driver's controls. But Jason Miz down there in 19th should be in the playoffs at this moment. But without any further ado, I mean, we're here, we're ready to tackle the Monster Mile here in the booth. I don't know about the drivers. I guess we'll have to find out. We'll get some reactions, some pre-race interviews on the far side of this break. Don't you go anywhere. More pre-race coverage from the Outlaws Sim Series, round number 12 of 22 here at Dover International Speedway, Dover, Delaware, coming at you on the far side.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Dover, Delaware. We're here at the Dover International Speedway, otherwise known as the Monster Mile, for round number 12 of 22 on the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Truck schedule. 4 races remaining before we get to playoff racing here with the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Trucks. And we're here, at this point of the season, of course. We have to give a huge shout out to all of our partners here at PitStop TV, because it wouldn't be possible without all of these amazing people like those at Tucson Sound Art. Your picture, your music. You provide the image that you want, and we will custom create a beautifully framed, high quality canvas with a built-in Bluetooth speaker. With Sound Art, you get the best of both worlds. Visit TucsonSoundArt.com for additional info and use promo code PitStopTV at checkout, and you'll receive 10% off of your purchase. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy. With locations in Auburn, Lewiston, Naples, and Saco, Maine, permanent makeup and cryo in Maine owner Ashley Boyer is a certified micropigmentation specialist who provides professional, safe, and personalized services. You can contact Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine at permanentmakeupinmaine.com, or you can call or text them at 207-358-8683. Whiplash Media specializes in various sim racing resources, including paint schemes, stream overlays, iRacing, camera packs, and more. The official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV. You can grab your iBroadcast cameras today at www.pitstoptv.com. And of course, our friends at BAM Racing Videos, by a race fan, for the racing community. Make sure you check them out on Facebook for all the high quality short track racing content. And Jacob, we're here at, of course, the Monster Mile. We can take a look at the practice charts, and it's Brad Bothwell at the top of the charts. There's no surprise there. Brad Bothwell with 5 poles through 11 races this season, nearly 50%. Trying to go 50% tonight and get the pole at Dover.
Yeah, Brad Bothwell has done really well in the qualifying. He hasn't really had the runs to get him a win. He's only been able to qualify, but maybe tonight he's figured something out. He's got to set up to win, and maybe he finally gets a win in the Outlaw Sim Series.
Well, Bothwell for sure hasn't had, I guess, the race winning pace, but he's definitely improved from, let's be honest, what we saw at Rockingham was pretty much a disaster after the drop of the green flag. But what we saw from Bothwell since then is he's gotten pulls, and he's started to steadily working his way up from top 10s to top 5s to podiums. Bothwell is working towards that mark. Does that happen tonight? We will be intrigued to find out. On the other side of that, we have a tight points battle top of the standings that has flip-flopped the last 4 weeks. Jacob, I hear you want to talk to one of the drivers partaking in that points battle.
Yeah, that is correct. I picked driver of the number 3, Greg Holt. I haven't really... It's my first time back, and these guys are battling out. I want to hear about it.
Well, we'll bring him on up. It'll be driver of the number 3, Greg Holt. Driver currently 2nd in the championship standings right now, 9th on the practice charts.
Greg, it's Jacob from the PitStop TV booth. It's been a while since I've talked to you, at least. First of all, how are you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. We'll see how this place goes.
You are in a tight points battle with none other than your teammate Joseph Causey. 25 points between you guys. What do you have to do tonight to make sure that you are in the points lead going into the playoffs?
Not getting stuffed in the fence or not putting myself in the fence. How's that? Last week, I think it was like lap 4 or 5 after the first restart on the first caution. They just got stuck in a spot where we shouldn't have been and barely tapped the wall, and that destroyed the entire race.
And sometimes it goes like that. Sometimes that happens. I think I'm gonna ask one of my favorite age-old questions. I think everybody will love this question if you've watched Outlaws Sim Series in the past. Greg, how many cautions are we having tonight?
Oh man, I don't want to say it, but I bet you we have like 6 or 7. Unfortunately, this place is so loose, and there's so much give and take. It's gonna take a while to get people into that, I think.
All right, it's an interesting number, Greg. Now I'm gonna go ahead and give you the floor. Shout out whoever you want to shout out tonight.
Just shout out to everybody performing Sim Sport. Thanks for coming and putting in the work to see what we could come up with this week. We did it in short notice.
All right, thank you, Greg. Well, you have a good race, and hopefully we'll see you on the far side.
All right, thanks.
And that was Greg Holt, driver of the number 3 truck. We will now be stepping back with Emerson Arden, who I believe is with our very own Burger Nation, Seth Berger.
Yeah, of course we got to get a word in with driver of the number 77, Seth Berger, who again was so close to getting her done last week at the Pocono Raceway, and then, well, the caution gods above opened the heavens for the yellow flag to fly several times there at the end of Pocono. Unfortunately, you were on the short end of the stick at Pocono. But going from that kind of a performance at Pocono, where you were dominating that second half, you obviously were in a chance to win. I know your teammate won, but from a personal standpoint, you had that. Plus, you come to a track where you won last season. What's all that? What's going through your mind heading into tonight's race? Again, also 4 races before the playoffs.
Just attacking the race itself, man. Can't think about anything else. I'm not really excited about my quali pace right now. I'm pretty excited about the long run. So I'm hoping we go green tonight, but let's see what happens, man. Like I'm gonna keep sticking to my guns, like I said at the start of the season. Just attack each race how it is, and if it goes bad, it goes bad. If it goes good, it goes good. I can only just keep trying to put myself in the best position to win. And if the racing gods decide that they don't want me to win sometimes, then I can't do anything about that. But yeah, man, just looking for a long run tonight. Hopefully, traffic doesn't hold me up too much. That's really what I'm banking on tonight.
Well, we're looking at it tonight. Greg Holt isn't fairly confident we're going to get many long runs. He's thinking somewhere in the range of 6 or 7 yellows. I guess on Jacob's behalf, I'll ask you that. And I got a couple more for you.
I really think it's only going to be 3 tops. Outlaws is, honestly, I'd put them up a lot of other leagues. I think we're one of the cleanest leagues. We obviously have our off races sometimes where it's a wreck fest, but I mean, 90 to 95% of the time, we're really clean. Everyone just tries to get their gaps at the start of these restarts, and never really know, man. But I'm pretty sure last time we were here last season, we didn't have that many cautions, I believe. So, I mean, I think that trend will continue. We're only gonna have 3 tops, I think.
Right, and I genuinely agree with that as well. The thing I want to consider in this fact is, and I want to ask you, since you obviously you won last season with that build, but you're now practicing with the updates to the Dover International Speedway in the iRacing 2021 Season 4 patch that has changed the grip of stock cars at this racetrack. What are some of the key differences that you're noticing?
I can't really tell any difference, to be honest with you. Maybe my line might be a little bit different because it might be a little tighter, but I've never ran the trucks here before, so I can't really base it off much because the trucks don't drive anywhere near the same as the Xfinity cars do. And it's open set, so, I again, can't really take that much at all from the handling standpoint right now.
And that's a very fair point. I think the open setups will help the greatest in that regard. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Right now, down 18th on the practice chart, so you're not too happy with where you're at right now. Is there more speed in that 77, or are you kind of at your limit here?
I'm pretty close to the limit, man. The truck's really loose on the short run, so I can't get the throttle down like I need to on exit for this quality run. But like I said, I'm more excited for the long run tonight because the truck will come to me a lot more. And if you look at the qualifying times, if you do that, I believe, I don't know how many drivers are within a tenth, so I'm just going to bank on some of them not being able to hit their marks and maybe get lucky and start closer to the top 10.
Well, at the moment, the top 2 are the only drivers within a 10, but after that, it is very, very tight amongst the top 10. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Oh my goodness, that was close. Well, with that being said, Seth, we're going to give you the floor here to shout out whoever we're going to shout out. Thank you, we're going to thank for putting yourself in the position to contend each and every week.
I'd like to thank Whiplash for the sponsorship, and thank you to Burger Nation for tuning in each and every week. And I know it's been very disappointing at these races the last 2 or 3 weeks, but at least I got the speed, man. I'm showing up, and I can only keep putting myself there, and eventually the win will come.
Absolutely. Well, Seth, we're going to leave you to it again. Last season's champion, last season's Dover race winner, and was probably what should have been last week's race winner, Seth Berger here, driver number 77. Best of luck to you, driver. Hopefully we're talking to you some more on the far side.
All right, thank you.
Again, that's driver of the number 77, and we're here, Jacob, into the waning moments of practice, and again, there was big updates to the Dover International Speedway with the last build for the season. But as you heard there from Seth, that with the open setups, maybe some of the effects are kind of are a little negated.
Yeah, I think with the open sets, these drivers are allowed to, make their truck the way they want it to be. So it might not be allocated for open set, but for fixed set, it might be a little different. Again, though, I still don't understand why iRacing would, reduce grip at this track. This track doesn't have that much grip, but that's not my decision to make. And these guys will have a little bit of a struggle, but we'll find out how things run out at the end of this one.
So, well, we've been interviewing Greg Holt and Seth Berger. What I've noticed, really, is Joshua Landfox and Tyler Markle have been going at it on the practice charts. They have switched second place, I think, like 5 times in the last 10 minutes. It is phenomenal watching those two just go at it on the charts. This Joshua Landfox coming off the pit exit here, but hopefully that means we're gonna have a really competitive race up here. Seth asked how many drivers are within a 10th. Well, at the moment it's only 3, but from then on, I mean, look at the practice charts from there. I mean, Kyle Lingerfeld is 4th, about 2/10 off of Bothwell, and then 3/10 off of Bothwell is not back till 11th with Jesse Adams.
That's crazy. These guys are neck and neck tonight besides the top 3, so this might make for a good race. Hopefully not a lot of cautions, and hopefully these drivers can put their pedal to the metal.
Absolutely. And so, well, here we are. Time has expired here on the open practice session at the Monster Mile, and that means we're getting ready to get to do battle here to see who will be on the pole for tonight's race. And of course, the Pratt Tile and Stone Pole Award is up for grabs. Pratt Tile and Stone, serving all your tiling needs since 2005, serving Central Vermont, of course, since 2005. And well, here we are into qualifying at Dover, and I guess let's get right into it. How about let's catch up with driver who is going off the pit lane now. This is James Gilliard, who is again 7th in the point standings and trying to continue his climb up. James Gilliard silently, I think, approaching the point where he might be able to contend for a title.
Yeah, all he has to do is run fast and make sure he doesn't get into a lot of wrecks, and he's doing it so far. We're going to see he's going to get to the bottom in 1 and 2, get off right close to the wall. Now, that's how you're supposed to do it at Dover. You have to get as close as you can to the apron and then get right up to the wall off exit.
A brilliant insight, Jacob, and I know you ran a league race here not too long ago and did fairly well for yourself. How about John Mustiane going top of the charts right now of 2. James Gilliard there in 2nd. You can see there Gilliard off a pole there, 0.08 is how far Gilliard is off the pole at the moment. Richardson goes 3rd. Jesse Adams now goes 3rd. And let's catch up with Joshua Landfox, who is again one of those top 3 drivers who are really battling hard in practice. Let's see what Fox has. Oh, and Gilliard goes top of the charts.
Yeah, Gilliard went really fast there, and we're going to see here. Oh, he's going to do my strategy that I used in my league race. Joshua Landfox is going to use up that first lap, and he's going to take it all on the second one.
And the beauty of this is the fact that these drivers have well, they have 3 laps to qualify. So Joshua Fox working his way down the back straightaway here. Even if this lap isn't all that, he still has one more attempt at it. Greg Holt has now gone 9th quickest, but I think Holt is also doing that top lane strat. Here comes Joshua Land Fox after his timed lap. Lingerfeld, top of the charts. Joshua Fox, top of the charts.
Another guy to the top of the charts. These guys are running their lines well. We'll see what Greg Holt has for it.
Holt looks like he will stay 10th quickest. Over nearly 3.5 tenths off the pole time.
Yeah, there must be something going on with the setup that he doesn't like. There's something going on. We'll see. Maybe he gets a good lap here as we see Joseph Causey coming off of turn 4. Where will he put himself? It will be... I think he didn't move.
It'll be still 8th quickest for the 88 of Joseph Causey, and so... Joseph Causey, after being outclassed in practice, will out-qualify teammate Greg Holt. How about that? Here comes Brad Bothwell, the 5-time pole sitter this season. Brad Bothwell in the 31 car, who was top of the charts in practice, gets to qualify. And here we go. Let's ride on board.
See there, he's going to get so close to that wall, ever so close, then go right down to the apron almost, making sure he gets that line. He's going to go right back up to the wall. And he hits it!
And he's going to start the next lap. I don't think he really has a choice now. He's got to go for it on this lap. Brad Bothwell in a potential 6th pole in jeopardy here at Dover. Coming off of turn 4, he'll keep it out of the wall to the line. He's sideways. He'll slam the wall across the line, and Bothwell will not set a valid lap time.
Oh, man. And that's the give and take from Dover. You know,
Kevin Thompson, top of the charts.
Wow, what a lap by Kevin Thompson there. Good run for him, making a statement here tonight.
That caught me off guard. A Georgia native lit up the timing screen right there. Off of turn 4, he'll pop the wall. But for now, Kevin Thompson is top of the charts. Impressed is an understatement. My feelings for the 89 right now.
Yeah, he had a great run, and he was able to get it. But Brad Bothwell, again, not having that good run. And that's the nature of Dover. As we see Tyler Markle get loose a little bit off of 4. He's going to get to the wall. Tyler Markle putting his time down will be
6th quickest.
6th quickest for the moment.
So we will see now Tyler Markle going on his 2nd lap here. Fair Neelium slaps it up 9th quickest. Ben Park is on 12th quickest. And Markle not running that right up against the bottom side there. He's kind of running about a lane, half a lane up. And this time it's a little bit slower that last time around.
Yeah, and he just didn't get the run that he wanted to maybe. And, you know, for me, you have to get down to that bottom, to the apron, if you want to go fastest. Getting down there is key, and holding it down there, you have to do it if you want to go fast. We'll see what Tyler Markle puts down as he gets to the line here. If it will be any faster than what he's run, I don't believe so.
Tyler Markle will stay 6th quickest. And how about Joshua Stroud making his Outlaws Sim Series debut here? He'll put it 15th quickest out of 16 drivers. Well, Jacob, we have a driver that you're also familiar with here, driver number 53. Landon Lacey is taking to the track here at Dover International Speedway and getting ready to tango with Miles the Monster.
First of all, do I say it? No, I'm just kidding. Landon Lacey, yeah, he's really good at what he does. He helps me out in one of my other series that I run in, so we'll see what he could put forth here with his lap times. He's going to start his lap, and let's see if he goes for it on lap 1. He's going to go right for it and go right to the bottom.
Well, the thing is, I think he had no choice, because I think he already started the lap and had to reset. So I think he has to go for it at this point just to get a decent lap time. So Lacey's going out of here to his 2nd lap of 3. And off, a little sideways out of 4. It's not going to be a good lap.
Yeah, it's going to put him about 15th.
Got one more go at it here, Landon Lacey does.
And Landon Lacey isn't someone to strive for a 15th place qualifying spot. I know it. he strives to be the best driver that he can be. A little loose off of 4 there. He's going to come to the line. I don't think it'll be faster than what he's got. We'll see. Landon Lacey.
It'll get one spot.
1 spot. 13th for Landon Lacey.
Well, how about last week's race winner who just caught the wall there, and that's going to be a devastating 0x. For last week's race winner, driver number 81, breaking a 40-race winless streak last week at Pocono Max Service. Here he goes. He's going at it. That lap was a valid lap, but he's going at it here on lap number 2, driver number 81.
Yeah, and it looks like he was running the middle line. I don't know. This line isn't going to get him anything here. I don't know what the strategy is for Max Service, but he's not going to go quickest with that lap with that line for sure.
Not entirely sure what the game plan is here, but Max giving it his all now on this third and final lap attempt. Also out there is Burger Nation Seth Berger. We'll catch up with him in a little bit because Max is coming around through turns 3 and 4. A little sideways there. That's going to hurt. Coming across the line, Max will not improve. He'll stay 17th.
And not a good run for Max Service. He's not much I could say there. Seth Berger setting his lap is 18th. These guys and the Swift Racing team are not having a good run so far, but maybe that was just a setup lap. We'll see what Seth Berger brings to the table as we cross the line here.
Seth Berger to the start-finish line out of turn 4. It looks like that lap time will improve a little bit. Seth will put it 18th quickest. He's on his final lap time here, and it just doesn't look like Swift Racing has hit the mark. This week, it looked like Dark Horse Racing has absolutely hit the mark. Dark Horse Racing has all sorts of drivers up there.
I believe the top
very competitive.
6 is Dark Horse, correct?
I gotta confirm what. Oh, and Seth Berger will just not set another lap time there. Actually, I think he might have. No, he didn't even get to the line there. I don't know what Kevin Thompson's affiliate. Kevin Thompson is not with Dark Horse.
Oh.
But
then for I believe second on back, 2nd to 6th, something like that.
Yeah. So
2nd to 7th.
2nd through 7th and 9th is Dark Horse. So how about that? That is what 7 Dark Horse trucks in the top 10. That is crazy talk. But as the time ticks down, it's not a Dark Horse truck that is on the Pratt Tile and Stone pole. It is the Twisted Axle number 89 machine of Kevin Thompson. The Newnan, Georgia driver goes pole here at Dover and Pratt Tile and Stone, serving Central Vermont since 2005. Kevin Thompson with the pole. How about that? And now we're about to get to racing here at the lovely Monster Mile. And we await these drivers now to get to the grid. And well, let's get to our starting lineup. How about it? Row number 1, it'll be the Newnan, Georgia driver Kevin Thompson, who is outside the 66 of Joshua Land Fox. Row number 2, it'll be Kyle Lingerfeld and the 29 of Brandon Richardson. Row number 3, it'll be the 5 of Matthew Setzer, the 42 of Tyler Markle. Row number 4, Jesse Adams to the 55, 33, James Gilliard. And in row number 5, it'll be the 98 of Farron Eliam Jr., the Bristol Dirt winner, and the 1 of John Mustiane.
Row number 6, you have the 88 of Joseph Causey and the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. Row number 7, you have Benjamin Park and Landon Lacey. Row number 8, you have Devin Smith and Greg Holt. Row number 9, you have Max Service and Seth Berger. And row number 10, Jeremy C. Poole and Joshua Stroud.
And Stroud again making his first Outlaws Sim Series start here. Outlaws Sim Series debut for the 28 of Joshua Stroud there, starting in P20. Row number 11, P21, it'll be the 47 of Andrew Schroeder, the 31 of Brad Bothwell, who was not able to set a valid lap time. Bothwell had a real shot at going 50% on poles on the season. That will not happen today. Row number 12, it'll be the 2 of Seth Fitzpatrick, who is right on the playoff cut line right now. Needs to get a good run going. He had some great runs to start the season. Seth Fitzpatrick there 23rd. He was outside the 69 of John Mickey, 24th. Row number 13, it'll be the 45 of Julio Villalobos and the 63 of Randall Barnett. row number 14. It'll be the 6 of Daniel Park, who, well, unfortunately, didn't even take the green flag last week, and it was not of his own doing. He was up in the catch fence before he even got to the start-finish line. Daniel Park there, 27. To his outside will be the 25 of Eric Peck. And running up the field will be our, of course, friendly Canadian driver of number 67, Doug Solms, there in 29. The field of 14 and a half. Outlaws Sim Series gunman trucks now rolls off the pit lane, and we're getting ready to go here from the Monster Mile. Real quick, let's take a look at the weather heading into today's race. And how about it? 100 degrees the track temp. Boy, it is hot. The air temp 73 degrees Fahrenheit. But that air temp, I mean, it's hot, but it could be a lot hotter. The wind 7.5 miles per hour out of the southwest. And, well, here we go. Double wide and a short pace lap here at the concrete mile. Kevin Thompson will get the chance to show, and they're going to add a pace lap here. But, so, yeah, Jacob, with that being said, what do you make of the weather?
The track temp is very, very hot, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, so those tires are going to be screaming, especially at the concrete track of Dover. The tires are going to be screaming for life here, and it's going to be about tire saving for these truck series drivers in the Outlaw Sim Series. These guys are going to have to save their tires a lot tonight.
So the lap was added. Race control said that they just needed to add a lap to make sure everybody was queued up before we get going. And you know what that does? That also gives me the chance to go ahead and confirm what our stage lengths are for tonight. And again, stages are scored at the completion of lap number 33 and the lap number 75. Stage 1 at the end of 33, stage 2 at the end of 75. And it will be scored under natural flag conditions, be it green or yellow, and there will be no yellows thrown for the end of the stages. The top 10 will be awarded stage points at that. But Jacob, here we go, getting ready to go at it down the back straightaway for the final time before we go green. I had to put you on the spot here. Who are you picking out of this 29 driver field?
Man, it's going to be so hard to pick. I'm looking at the 42 of Tyler Markle here tonight. He was running third in practice, and I think Tyler Markle's got a good shot. If he can make sure he saves his tires and do everything right, I think Tyler Markle will have a chance to win this thing tonight.
Tyler Markle, last week's stage 2 race winner. Tyler Markle recently also got a league race win the next day after last week's race at Pocono. So a lot is going for him. Hopefully his confidence is high in that regard. But here we go. The iRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety in the pit lane in the field in the hands of the Newnan, Georgia native. Kevin Thompson will lead us to the green from the first state. And a fairly clean start for the field. Kevin Thompson has opened up a 6/10 of a second advantage on lap 1. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's going really quick right now. He is pulling away at a speed that I don't think we would have intended for there. He's moving.
A second. My goodness, 1 second clear of the field, a lap and a half down. Well, this is crazy. While we're going at it here, how about our points leader going at it with one of the new faces to the Outlaws Sim Series, Landon Lacey, Joseph Causey. I know these two drivers are going to be going at it hard here, and they're going at it outside the top 10 right now.
Yeah, these guys are going to be battling. Like I said earlier, Landon Lacey is not one to give up positions quickly, and he's going to battle for the positions that he can, and he is moving through the field right now. Now, the only thing you have to wonder is he going to be able to save his tires with how quick he's moving through the field? We'll see what that brings out for Landon Lacey, as Kevin Thompson has opened up a 2-second gap on lap 4.
Guys, he's gone. If he's saving tires, it's over. What is this? This is something else. It's like he's the only one on the track. 2.5 seconds after 4 laps, and he continues to go faster.
Hey guys, there's a race here, guys. We gotta catch them. Come on, we can do it. These guys are, man, they are making it. Kevin Thompson's definitely making it hard for these drivers.
The only downside to Kevin Thompson being so fast right now is he's not going to get a lot of TV time at that because he'll be, unfortunately, all by himself a lot of the race. We'll catch back here the battle for, well, second amongst all these Dark Horse trucks and Jeremiah Stutzman, who's quietly moving his way forward in that number 71. Looking up on that outside here, the Ford F-150 trying to work his way through some Dark Horse Racing traffic.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to stay behind for now, but he's going to try and take that outside and get the advantage, try and get around these guys so he can get up there and possibly catch Kevin Thompson, if that's even possible at this point.
I mean, he's up to now a 3.5 second advantage. The only thing is he keeping his tires in check? Because if he shreds his tires, he's going to get caught quickly, but he might open up an advantage where that might not even matter.
At this point for him, what I would be doing is I would be going on the brakes here in 3 and 4. It's what I did. When I raced here, I would just go on the brakes in 3 and 4 and, you know, just save your tires that way. And if he does that, I don't think anyone's catching him.
It's a wild start to the Outlaws Sim Series round number 12 here at Dover. The race leader is now to a near 4-second lead in about 8 laps. Looks like Richardson there and Stutzman. Little sideways coming into one there. One of them hitting the bottom side of the racetrack. Stutzman falls back. And now into the clutches of the 5 of Matthew Setzer, who's trying to work his way forward. But he's under attack from the 53 of Landon Lacey. Remember, Lacey started 14th. Here he goes for P6.
Yeah, Landon Lacey making a good run right now. P14 up to P7. Now he's going to try and take his position from Matthew Setzer. But again, what are the state of his tires at the moment with that track temp? We'll see what the state of his tires are. But I think he wants to go catch Kevin Thompson. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but Landon Lacey on the move.
Certainly he's going to try. He's going to send it out to the inside of Matthew Setzer. Setzer trying to pin him down here. Here comes Stutzman on Richardson. And that'll be a battle to go down into turn 3 and 4. Stutzman to the inside. He is clear of Richardson. Richardson now under attack from Setzer. And Lacey waiting in the wings for something to happen out of this. Nearly pops the wall there out of turn 4.
Yeah, for what I would do in Landon Lacey's position now is I would just be patient and let these guys battle it out. He's going to go side by side with Matthew Setzer, though. Landon, let me not say anything, because let me forget, Landon Lacey is not the most patient driver I've seen on the track. He wants to get those spots as quickly as he can, but he's going to have to be a little bit patient with the tires and the truck here tonight.
Riding on board here with the 53 of Lacey. Look at him trying to diamond that corner. Look at his exit. He's going to get on Richardson here. He's going to send it to the left side here. Peeking, he's sending, and he's taking the spot into the 5th position for the 53 of Lacey.
Oh, and the caution flag is out.
Caution on the Speedway. Daniel Park, and it's Randall Barnett, the 32 of Jeremy C. Poole, and more. Tangled on the back straightaway. Eric Peck heavily damaged, and unfortunately, wrecking for last.
Yeah, not something Kevin Thompson wanted to see. He opened up an almost 5-second gap, and I don't think he wanted to see that caution flag.
Here we go. Jeremy C. Poole just absolutely wipes out Eric Peck, and there was no need for that. And Barnett gets heavy damage there. Daniel Park, somebody else involved, I believe Mustaine in the 1 car. No, he's okay. Villalobos gets damaged in that. Doug Solms, I believe, was also damaged in that, and there's just no need for that. I mean, how many weeks in a row is this going to be an issue? I can only imagine. We're gonna have to see here, and we'll get the replay. Let's see what happened to Jeremy Poole here. Left side, he's going side by side, all the way to the bottom side of racetrack. What is this line? What's going on here?
Yeah, I have. I can't say anything. No, I'm not gonna comment. That was a just no comment from me.
I mean, I get it. In a sense that, you know, you're going at it hard for a spot, but I mean,
it's only lap 15.
There's no need for this, and it doesn't look intentional, but I mean, nonetheless, he just cleaned out Peck, and I mean, I know these guys. I mean, I know they're at the back of the field, but at the same time, they're back here. They're just trying to finish, and now half of these back markers who probably weren't even gonna do too much in this race, in terms of like making people mad. Now they're all here junked and not even gonna be able to try to finish the race.
Yeah, I have no words for that incident. It's something that I don't want to comment on because that was just not. I don't know what to say. I'm lost for words here.
Well, I think I found out what's happened here. Kevin Thompson, that is a lonely man on pit lane.
Yeah, he is not. He's the only one, and there's somebody else that came with him. Tyler Marco, I believe.
I mean, that's about it. I mean, man, that other than Markle, there's only damaged cars on the pit lane. Kevin Thompson was lonely, and unfortunately, I think you have to consider with that large of a gap, he has definitely cooked his tires and probably definitely needed to get a fresh set there.
Yeah, I think he cooked his tires. I don't know what else that would be there. Yeah, he might have cooked his tires up, but now he's going to have to drive through traffic, and Dover's definitely a place where you want track position, so now he's going to have to get through traffic, which is going to be interesting to watch.
Speaking of get through traffic, I want to talk to this guy, this driver of the number 53, who started 14th, and by the time that yellow came out was P5. I mean, gaining 9 spots there, such a short amount of time. I know we were getting one to green here, so quick question, Lacey. I mean, just work. Oh, okay, you got an extended caution up here, but working your way through the field, how are you not burning up your tires?
I mean, I just was kind of pacing myself there at the beginning, kind of running the outside as well for the first couple laps because I kind of got stuck up there. But, just trying to manage the tires and just following those guys around for a little bit, waiting for them to burn their stuff up. And I don't know. Well, I don't know whether or not I was burning up my tires or not. I don't think we got a long enough run to gauge that. But, well, I guess we'll see if we can get a longer run here.
Certainly. Do you expect to do the same thing here, even with a different cast in front of you?
Depends on how this restart goes. If it's a little crazy up in front, I think I might lay back a little bit. But if they can get single filed out again, I'll start making my way back up through there.
Right on. Well, Lacey, you're coming around to the 1 to green here, so we won't keep you for too long. But we'll give you the floor here to shout out. Who we got a shout out? Thank you. We got a thank for giving you the opportunity to shine tonight.
I'd like to give a shout out to Mid-South Coating Coating Company. I really need to make a paint for them for this truck. Shout out to you guys up there in the booth. Thank you to everybody that puts this league together. And pretty much everybody that's got me here to this point. Thank you very much.
Right on. Well, Landon, you're on the 1 to green here. We'll leave you to it. Best luck to your driver. Hopefully we're talking to you a little bit more later on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Driver of the number 53, Landon Lacey. And again, what a run through the field early. Again, started 14th, was up to 5th. The caution came out. He has come down the pit lane. The only driver ahead of him who has pitted is the 65 of Kyle Lingerfelt. So the top 10, minus Lingerfelt, plus the 11th place driver of Seth Fitzpatrick, and the 13th place driver of Jesse Adams, and the 15th place driver of Andrew Schroeder have not pitted. So intriguing here. I think Thompson had to come back down to pit lane for something, because a lot of people did pit there. So something amiss for Thompson, but if Thompson has that speed, he should easily make his way to the field. We'll have to see here. The iRacing.com safety vehicle will now find its safety in the long, drudgingly slow 35-mile-per-hour pit lane. The field in the hands of Homestead race winner Jeremiah Stutzman. We are green from Dover, Delaware. An important thing to note is, remember, the end of stage 1 is at the completion of lap 33. So we'll see these drivers if they can hang on for another 14 laps to see if they can hold on for stage points here. It is Stutzman the leader, Causey the point leader in second, Greg Holt second in points there in third. Brad Bothwell there in fourth, who was not able to set a valid qualifying time. Last week's driver who was dominating the second half of the race, Seth Berger, there in fifth. Driver making his Outlaws Sim Series debut, Joshua Stroud, there in sixth. Evan Smith, seventh. Ben Park, eighth. John Mickey, ninth. And Kyle Lingerfelt, the top 10.
Yeah, these guys are single file right now. Not too much battling going on. I guess there's a battle right there that is between Devin Smith and I believe Ben Park, or Lingerfelt and Mickey. Sorry, I'm.
Oh, John Mickey catches the wall.
Catches
Three
the wall.
wide.
3 wide. Jeez, man, it's 1:22.
Hold on to it, John.
Guys, there's a lot of race left for you guys to be aggressive. Man, these guys are aggressive early.
Well, let's give another shout out to Ben Park again, who made some starts last season. Jacob, you'll recall maybe Bristol with this driver last season.
Don't even talk to me about it.
But Ben, after a few starts last season, said, you know what? This isn't for me just yet. He, work schedule kind of got in the way. Now he's losing the spot here to Lingerfeld and potentially Matthew Setzer. But his work schedule kind of got in the way. But what he did in the meantime was put some time in on the sim. Oh, and he'll pop the wall. Maybe I'll stop talking about him. But I was just going to say, he significantly improved from his last outing in Outlaws.
Yeah, well, that significantly improving costed him the wall there. Unfortunate for Ben Park, he did have a good run there and then popped the wall, so that's going to hurt his truck. It shouldn't hurt too bad, but we'll see as he's going to fall back a little bit.
Under attack here from the 55 of Jesse Adams. Adams powers up the inside. He'll clear up to the 13th position. Joshua Fox will take 14th, and the unfortunate thing here for Ben is he only has fresh tires behind him.
Yeah, and you know what, though? Kevin Thompson is still back here. He hasn't moved that much, so I'm wondering if that speed was just a show, and he was just, like you said, eating up his tires, and now he's being back here. He hasn't moved since we went green.
That start for Kevin Thompson will forever live in my mind as one of the wildest performances in about a 10-lap stint for any single driver. That was something else. We got a little pack back here behind Lacey. We got Devin Smith leading Joshua Stroud, Seth Fitzpatrick, and last week's race winner, Max Service. Stroud losing a couple spots here.
Looks like Max Service is going to get around Joshua Stroud there. What a move by Max to gain some spots. Look at Max Service not having a good qualifying run up to, I believe he's up to 11.
P11, yep.
P11 there. Seth Berger up to 5th. What a run these guys have had. I mean, I guess there were some guys that pitted, but these two did not have great qualifying runs.
We just got to think also the 31 of Bothwell, who couldn't set a lap time, is up here as well. Just to name a few, here comes Lingerfelt though, up the inside. Lingerfelt, the first driver on fresh tires, trying to get as many stage points as he can as the Performance Sim Sport trio of Stutzman, Causey, and Holt are essentially long gone in regards to getting stage points. Lingerfelt up the inside of Bothwell, take 4th, and Bothwell's tight off of 4. He ate some styrofoam barrier out there. Bothwell dropping like a rock after huge contact with the outside wall there in turn 4, and you can see that right front is not healthy. All the way back to AF, and Max Service is looking to eat some spots here as well.
Yeah, Max Service on a great run. He's trying to get those spots, trying to make up all the points that he can, and they're going to go 2 by 2 into turns 1 and 2 there. Max Service able to get the spot, and now he's going to try and get up to his teammate, Seth Berger.
How much can you put up with a destroyed right front like the way Brad Bothwell is after he pancaked it out of 4 a couple laps ago? And trying not to again. Here comes Seth Fitzpatrick. Bothwell just trying to hang on for stage points, but here comes Devin Smith, and Bothwell is now outside the top 10.
Yeah, once you hit the wall, your truck is pretty much good to say gone.
that truck is not going to be competitive as it was if it were clean. So these drivers are going to have to not hit the wall, and unfortunately some of them have. So that's going to bring their aerodynamics and their speed down such a significant level as Brad Bothwell has fell all the way back.
Well, someone who's moved forward is the driver who's second in the point standings. Greg Holt is powered by Stutzman. Here comes Lingerfeld. A last gasp. It'll be second for Lingerfeld because coming off a turn 4, Greg Holt will win stage 1 here at Dover. Well, Lingerfeld hard charging to try to take the race lead.
Yeah, Lingerfeld is going to hunt down Greg Holt, and he's going to be on the back bumper looking to the inside. Kyle Lingerfeld looking to take the stage, or sorry, not the stage, looking to take the lead, and he's going to do it quickly.
So Greg Holt will take the stage, but one lap later, he'll lose the lead to Kyle Lingerfeld. Matthew Setzer up here in the third, but he's under attack from the 53 of Landon Lacey, who has powered his way through the field again. He was 12th.
Yeah, Landon Lacey on the move, biggest mover I believe so far. I don't know how the stats run down, but I believe he is our biggest mover so far.
If there was an overtake award, I think it'd be Lacey leading that right now.
Yeah, Landon Lacey is on a mission.
As far as Kevin Thompson's progress, he is up to 13th, but no stage points for the driver who opened up a 4.5 second advantage in 10 laps time here at the Monster Mile there in stage number 1. Still a lot of time to go here for stage 2, as stage 2 will be scored at the completion of lap 75. And now, as the top 10 is ever changing because of the way pit stops fell there. The top 10 though in stage number 1. Well, Greg Holt won the stage, and here comes Lacey to the inside of Setzer for second. He can't get down there just yet, but he's rolling that center. Landon Lacey trying to take second. Oh, contact!
Oh, contact!
Into the wall!
Oh, no!
Setzer into the wall. Hold on to it.
Oh! My goodness, Landon Lacey overdriving the corner there and got into Matthew Setzer. Well, that's definitely going to hurt Matthew Setzer's truck. Unfortunate for him. I don't know how Landon Lacey's truck is after that contact.
Not entirely sure. You know, we're going to take a look at that because I don't know if Setzer's going to be all too thrilled with how that all went down. And we'll go back and we'll see how this all unfolded. 4 to 5 and the 53, and this is coming down the back straightaway here, and Setzer ahead of Lacey. Look at the came from top to tower here. Lacey trying to roll that center of a turn 4, and oh, it was net coated contact. If anything, there's plenty of room. Well, I don't know about plenty, but Lacey left over a lane for Setzer, and they made net coated contact there.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, and now we're going to see Matthew Setzer fall back because his truck is damaged heavy after that contact with Landon Lacey.
It's unfortunate for Setzer and Lacey at that, because I'm sure Lacey will have some sort of damage from that. Matthew Setzer's dropping like a rock through the running order, even getting passed by drivers on old tires at that. James Gillard now working his way by the 5. Matthew Setzer. Seth Berger up into the top 5. Fox up to 6th. Gilliard to 7th. And here comes Stutzman trying to take 8th from the 5. They're going side by side. And Thompson, Kevin Thompson, trying to work his way inside the top 10. Can't power his way by the 29 just yet. And now he will clear Brandon Richardson. Into the top 10 is the early dominant driver of the 89.
Yeah, he's probably saved up his tires a little bit. And, you know, probably that first run didn't save him up too much, but he's saving him up now, and he's trying to get back to the lead. He's going to get to Matthew Setzer pretty easily. Setzer's going to put a little block on him there, but it's not going to do much, especially with Setzer's damaged truck, and he's going to get around Setzer pretty easily.
Well, after all of that has sorted itself out, now I can read off the official Stage 1 results. Of course, Greg Holt with the stage victory. Kyle Lingerfeld, the last gasp, got him to 2nd in Stage 1 over Jeremiah Stutzman. Matthew Setzer got 4th in the stage. Landon Lacey come home with a 5th place stage win. Joseph Cosley 6th. Max Service 7th. Seth Berger 8th. And Seth Fitzpatrick 9th. And Joshua Land Fox. The top 10 at the completion of lap 33. Those 10 drivers will get stage points. added to their tacked onto their points total by being the top 10 there at the completion lap 33. Now we go to the completion lap 75 in about 30 laps time, and here's the thing, Landon Lacey is continuing to fall back from Kyle Lingerfeld, and Max Service is looking to take second from Lacey.
Max Service has found something in his truck. He's side by side, taking it easily. I think that damage from the contact with Setzer is hurting Landon Lacey a little bit, but he's going to be still on the bumper of Max Service, looking to try and get the position back.
Max Service trying to hold on to that second spot now that he took it away from Lacey, and you'll see there, Lacey trying to gets a little small. He'll drive that entry very hard, but he'll lose a little bit there at the center. He'll definitely lose on the exit to Max Service. Again, last week's race winner out of Truro, Nova Scotia, Canada, snapping his 40-race winless streak last Wednesday night, and Max looking to go back-to-back after going 40 races winless.
Yeah, Max has found everything in that truck. He's found everything he can possible to get a win, and he's doing really well for himself.
Continue on, we catch up with the driver out of Horseheads, New York, who was lapped the 67 of Doug Solms, and we have a vehicle stop. That is Matthew Setzer, wrecked on the back straightaway in entering turn 3. Is driving up in front of traffic. That'll be caution on the Speedway.
Yeah, Matthew Setzer already in contact once this race. Now he's going to get in contact again around there. I don't know. We're going to get to a replay in just a moment.
Yep. We have it here. So Setzer was racing here, Joseph Causey, and 95 of Devin Smith, and more net-coded contact, man. And then I don't know about all this. I think that's some extracurriculars, but Matthew Setzer, that truck, in a day that was doing fairly well, actually pretty good, but it goes from a pretty good day to, well, a pretty rough day to a pretty bad day now.
Yeah, he had a good day so far, and that wreck is just unfortunate to see. And you know, I don't know, the spinning, he just got loose off a 3 there, or after he got hit. I mean, he saved it there. I don't know, he just couldn't get it turned around. Look at him fight that wheel to try and get it saved.
All right, I mean, it's tough. You got to think. I mean, what I have to consider is Dover is a banked racetrack all the way around. It's a self-cleaning racetrack, as they call it. Cars are going to wash down to the bottom side of the racetrack as they are wrecking, and that is what happened there to Matthew Setzer. And then tried to catch the truck all the way down the racetrack and just couldn't. Well, what is going on here is everybody's come down to pit lane, except there's one driver who didn't get the memo. So the 71, a Stutzman, I'd imagine he's out here just getting a lap led, and he'll come in the pit this upcoming lap. But Kyle Lingerfeld will win the race off the pit lane over the 81 of Max Service, the 3 of Greg Holt, 77 of Seth Berger, and the 66 of Joshua Lane Fox. How about we talk to the driver of the number 65? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think we'll be able to get word in there with the driver of number 65, but you know what? That is going to give us a chance to step aside. We'll be right back with the action here from the Outlaws Sim Series here from the Dover International Speedway. We'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine you're wedding picture, uploaded onto a canvas, and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Welcome back to the Dover International Speedway, and the choices, well, they have been made. They're across the start-finish line, and well, we'll be able to catch up with the field. And there is the 65 of Cal Lingerfelt, who is outside the 81 of Max Service. The 3 of Greg Holt, the 77 of Seth Berger, 66 Joshua Fox, the 33 of James Gilliard, 89 of Kevin Thompson, 88 of Joseph Causey, 28 of Joshua Stroud, and 29 of Brandon Richardson. The top 10, and Jacob, we are approaching that 100 laps to go mark. We're almost a third of the way through this race, and what do you make of it so far?
Drivers were at the start. I mean, Kevin Thompson had a 4.5 second lead at the start of it. He's in 7th right now, so he's made up some spots, but these drivers are aggressive early. They're being a little less aggressive now, so we'll see what happens in the last coming stages here of this race.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of stages, stage 2 will be scored at the completion of lap 75, and so all that and more still to go. The field is doubled up and we're getting ready to go. Again, the driver out of Horseheads, and you were Kyle Lingerfelt, the race leader, working lap 53 of 165. Let's catch up with some of the retirements out of this race. And of course, from the big one early, the 25 of Eric Peck, the 32 of Jeremy Seapool, who's still in the race. Actually, Jeremy Poole is still here, but he's out in 28th, 14 laps down. Doug Solms is also out of the race after going a lap down a few laps ago. John Mickey has also now made his way out of the session. He popped the wall a little ways on that second run, and Landon Lacey has now left the race session. He has some prior commitments to go 10-2. And well, now we continue on here. It is the 65 of Lingerfelt, the 81 of Service, the iRacing.com safety car will find its safety in the pit lane, and the field into the hands of Lingerfelt, and we are green once again from Dover. It seems that clean air is king, as Kyle Lingerfelt has opened up his advantage at the front of the field. It's about 3/10 now over the 3 of Greg Holt, who is looking to put on a nice little performance here to try to reclaim the point lead from Joseph Causey. And if you haven't noticed, man, that point lead between Joseph Causey and Greg Holt has been spicy. I mean, the last couple of weeks, the last few weeks, they have switched. I mean, every single week for the past 4 weeks, it's either been Holt or Causey, but it's never been the same back-to-back. Will that change tonight as Causey has started to string together a little bit of a run here? Not as good as Holt, but not losing as much points as he would have been earlier in the race. Greg Holt trying to pressure Kyle Lingerfelt. And again, now there's 19 laps left in stage 2. Lingerfelt trying to hold on for that stage victory.
Yeah, Lingerfelt is getting caught though by Greg Holt. Not that big of a gap as Greg Holt is on his bumper. Greg Holt wants to get around him to get those stage points to put him ahead of Causey. He needs every stage point, every point that he can get. Greg Holt still on the back bumper.
all Holt is doing is applying pressure. He is not sending it just yet. He might do so soon, but Holt not in any rush to get past Lingerfeld just yet. He's going to let Lingerfeld make the mistake as Lingerfeld eats some apron there. That's the mistake.
Yeah, Lingerfeld made the mistake. He hit the apron. Greg Holt to the inside, side by side, out of turn 2, and Greg Holt is going to take the lead back at Dover.
Oh, he just cleared in front of Lingerfeld. It wasn't an easy feat of that. Lingerfeld hit the apron, but, oh, no. Joseph Causey. And here we go. This might be the change in the point lead. Kevin Thompson involved.
Wow, I don't know what happened there, but Joseph Causey, Kevin Thompson. Causey, again, yeah, that points lead is definitely going to be hurting now after he gets into that wreck.
We'll see here the 88 of Joseph Causey, the 89 of Kevin Thompson doing battle here behind the 33 of James Gilliard into the corner. Oh, Causey runs over Gilliard. Then, oh, I don't know what happened there. Other than Causey hit the rear end of Gilliard there in turn 1. I don't know what happened after that.
I don't know what happened either after that, but man, to see your points leader accidentally run over the 33 of James Gilliard and hurt himself more, he just hits him and then gets into the wall and
I think he was trying to steer the truck into the slide to try to, you know, stop himself from spinning and losing too many spots. And what that did was pull himself off the 33 of Gilliard. And Thompson was trying to get around it on the outside, and unfortunately, he was just in the line of fire.
Yeah, those unfortunate situations for both those drivers, but you know who's leading now? Greg Holt. So that points battle, again, is going to get even closer. Andrew, get ready to make your changes on the points again.
Again, man. Here comes Thompson, and look at it here. There's Causey and Gilliard making contact, and, I mean, just Thompson, just nowhere to go. Amazing job from the rest of the field to avoid that, by the way. Causey sitting in the racing line off of turn 2. Man.
Yeah, these guys were excellent in avoiding that one. I mean, I couldn't say much more about it. Excellent job to all you guys. Pat yourselves on the back, guys. Pat yourselves on the back.
Caution yet again here at the Dover International Speedway, and we now look to it. Let me look around. Let's see. Moving on up. How about the next highest running dark horse truck driver of the number 66? We're trying to bring him on up. Looks like we won't be able to bring him on up just yet. I'm gonna try to get right back in. Everything going on there. Again, Greg Holt leads here over Kyle Lingerfeld. And now we're going to try to bring on up driver of the number 66, Joshua Land Fox. And we're bringing him on up here. And Joshua, right now you're running up inside the top 5. And at that, a lot of speed for Dark Horse Racing as a whole tonight.
Yeah, we've had a lot of practice, and we feel like our trucks are all pretty good. It's just a matter of staying out of trouble and saving them tires. Yeah,
absolutely. I guess there was a lot of teamwork there to kind of coordinate the setup to everyone's liking there, as there were 7 Dark Horse trucks inside the top 10. But what was that process like?
I mean, we were all pretty comfortable with the qualifying setup. It was the race setup that we were worried about. Just like I said, trying to save those tires, not try to wear that right front out early in the run. But make sure we have enough for a long run here and try to stay up front.
Well, we're at it here, coming around to it'll be about 100 laps to go on the restart. Looks like the cautions are at a pace that that kind of will feel like a start-stop for the rest of the race. So you think you're better on a short run or a long run with the setup the way it is?
I mean, I feel like I can get a good short. I have a good short run truck. I'd rather have a long run though. I feel more comfortable about that. Just trying to save the tire and working my way back to the field. So.
I'd agree, and that makes total sense here. So up here in 6th, you got your teammate Lingerfelt in 2nd, and a bunch of teammates behind you. What's it been like just racing everybody at that? I know, y'all, again, a very tight-knit group there, making, the setups all together, and then racing around each other most weeks, but to race around your teammates now, all up inside the top 10, how has that been?
Yeah, I mean, I love racing around my teammates. When I know I'm around them, I know I'm going to get race clean. I mean, everybody in this league usually races clean anyway, but especially when they're teammates, they'll give you an extra inch or two.
Right on. Well, you're on the 1 to green here, Josh. We'll give you the floor here. To shout out, who we get a shout out? Thank you. We're going to thank for who makes things happen for the 66 car.
Yeah, no problem. Shout out to everybody watching the broadcast. Hope you're enjoying the show, and shout out to Dark Horse Racing. Everybody, yeah, that's it.
Right on, Josh. We'll leave you to it, driver, and hopefully we'll talk to you a little bit more later on.
Thank you.
And again, driver of the number 66, Joshua Landfox himself, and Dark Horse Racing. Been trying to get a word in there with Kyle Lingerfelt, but it looks like we don't have access to him at the very moment. What this does do, though, is Greg Holt is the race leader. Kyle Lingerfelt, too, is outside. It's Max Service and Seth Berger, the Swift boys, 3rd and 4th. And then, well, it's Joshua Fox, Joshua Stroud making his first Outlaws Sim Series debut. He restarts 6th. Fitzpatrick and Richardson, Elam and Adams. The field into the hands of Greg Holt. And we're racing once again from the first state. Greg Holt, the race leader, by about only 0.2 of a second that time round. And what you got to think here is, well, there's 10 laps to go in stage number 2. Kyle Lingerfelt watched Greg Holt in his mirror get bigger and bigger and bigger and drove right on by. Does Lingerfelt have what it takes to pass him right back by? Coming around to 9 laps to go, but Lingerfelt's there.
Kyle Lingerfelt hunting down Greg Holt. As you can see, he wants to get the lead back. Greg Holt took it from him a couple laps earlier, but Kyle Lingerfelt sliding off the corner there. He wants that lead. He wants to get those stage points.
How about fastest lap of the race that last time around for the 65 of Kyle Lingerfelt? You can tell he's going for it. Now Greg Holt does it.
Oh, Greg Holt, back and forth battle for these two guys. Greg Holt going at it with Lingerfelt, and these guys are going pedal to the metal for that first spot.
This time by will be 7 laps to go in stage 2. Lingerfelt chasing the truck up the track, trying to find a way around Greg Holt. I just don't know if Lingerfelt can wait around and try to pressure Holt the way Holt pressured Lingerfelt. I don't know if Holt's prone to those kind of mistakes, but we're going to see here's Lingerfelt right up on the tailgate. The Holt into the corner. He misses the bottom a little bit, but not enough. Lingerfelt right up to the tailgate.
These guys are going at it. Well, Greg Holt gets into the wall a tiny bit there. Not too much damage for him. He got a little wall pop there, and that's going to open up Kyle Lingerfelt to get right to the back bumper again.
6 laps to go, coming around to 5 laps to go in stage number 2, and all you can see is that Silverado grill right into the tailgate of the 3. Off the turn, 4 their nose to tail, 5 laps to settle it for stage 2.
These guys are racing for the stage 2 points like it's the final lap. Kyle Lingerfelt to the inside of Greg Holt down the backstretch, and he's going to maybe get it. He's still side by side. Greg Holt has the advantage for the moment. Greg Holt powerhouse off the outside.
Lingerfelt got sideways there through turn 4. Holt had the advantage. He kept the truck stable on the outside. Lingerfelt was trying to roll that center, but that might have hurt some right front tire. Coming off of turn 2 here, Lingerfelt, he's only got about 3.5 laps to try to find a way back by this 3 truck.
Yeah, and it looks like it might be settled out now. We'll see, though. Greg Holt, if he makes a mistake, Lingerfeld could put himself back in it. But Greg Holt is doing a great job of holding off Kyle Lingerfeld in the run that Lingerfeld has had.
Absolutely, Greg Holt, and I mean, a phenomenal job he's done there under heavy pressure from Kyle Lingerfeld. And I mean, it shows why Greg Holt is a top 2 driver in the Outlaws Sim Series. Kyle Lingerfeld aspires to be that, of course, and has been steadily working on his craft to be that and improving week in and week out. He's had some rough luck this season. I think he'd be even higher in the point standings at that. And now a lap and a half to go. I don't see a whole lot that can fall into Kyle Lingerfeld's way here to give him the Stage 2 victory. Coming through turns 3 and 4 for the second to last time in Stage number 2. Greg Holt leads, 1 lap to go in Stage 2.
Yeah, I think Kyle Lingerfeld sliding there definitely hurt his chances of winning this stage, and Greg Holt's just going to get the stage easily and get some much-needed stage points, as Joseph Causey is nowhere to be found 1 lap down. So this is going to help Greg Holt in the points battle.
Well, remember, Causey was about mid-pack in Stage 1, but off of turn 4, Greg Holt will win Stage number 2. And, well, that'll do it for Greg Holt. That should get him a good 15 points on Causey between the 2 stages. So now Holt just has to finish by, I think, about 10 spots ahead of Joseph, and Holt will retake the point lead. And, man, if Holt can stay up here and retake the point lead, how many weeks in a row are we going to have the points lead switch between 2 drivers? And Jesse Adams now under falling through the running order. He's getting passed here by Brad Bothwell and the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. Jesse Adams was inside the top 10, now quickly falling out of it.
Yeah, Jesse Adams must have used up his tires, used up his stuff early in the run, and he's going to slide right in front of Benjamin Park there, and he's going to keep on moving and probably keep on falling a little back if his tires are hurt.
Well, here we go. We got confirmation of stage number 2 for the results there. And, of course, Greg Holt wins the stage over Kyle Lingerfeld. Then it was Max Service in 3rd. Seth Berger 4th. The newcomer Joshua Stroud there in 5th. We got a battle here, by the way. This is Fitzpatrick on Fox. But for the stage, it was Stroud in 5th, Fox in 6th, Fitzpatrick 7th, Richardson 8th, Elam 9th, and Jesse Adams the top 10. And how about this? The inside of Stroud. Here comes Fitzpatrick. Remember, earlier this season, Fitzpatrick had a slew of top 5s, and he's looking to put them together once again here later on in the regular season where he needs them most. Fitzpatrick comes into today's race on the bubble for the playoffs. He needs to get himself clear of that bubble, and what better way than to put on a run here into stage 3, putting himself into the top 5.
Yeah, he had a great run there. Brandon Richardson, one of the drivers that was really good last season. We didn't see him at the end of the season, but he is definitely been improving, and he is now in
the wall, Stroud!
In the wall, no!
28 of Joshua Stroud now falls to the 10th position, but that right front is destroyed. That 28 is going to be limping a lot of the rest of the night.
Yeah, it's unfortunate events. That wall pop definitely didn't help, and it's gonna be an unfortunate event there for Joshua Stroud. But now he's gonna have to do whatever he can to get the positions that he will get.
Well, how about it here? This is the 98 of Farron Elam Jr., the Bristol Dirt Race winner, and you gotta think maybe Bristol Dirt and Dover aren't too far apart. And then at that, this is the Pratt Tayo and Stone Pole Award winner from last week at Pocono. Farron Elam setting up some nice little runs here to put himself into in contention, kind of propel himself into a little bit of a championship run here.
Yeah, Farron Elam Jr. is having some great runs. He again did get that win, but he's gonna get passed by Gilliard there.
Wow,
that was interesting.
Gilliard just powered by him like he wasn't even there. I mean, he just saw a free spot and took it. My goodness, James Gilliard. But again, another one of these drivers. Now, Gilliard doesn't have a win on the season, but again, he was 7th in points coming into today's race. But think back to last season. James Gilliard was a bubble driver. Oh, into the wall there, Joshua Fox. But James Gilliard was a bubble driver last season. and then broke his wrist, prevented him from competing. Again, you know, sim racing requires movement of the hands and the wrist. It prevented him from competing 6 to 8 weeks, right at the height of the season, right at the end of the regular season, beginning races of the playoffs. So Gilliard, unfortunately, was not able to make the playoffs due to the personal injury. But now he's come back better than ever. I think with even a better field of competition here in the Outlaws Sim Series this season compared to last season. Not to say anything about last season's drivers, because a lot of last season's drivers are here, but I think we've added some great talent to the field at that, and you also got to factor in Greg Holt is eligible for the championship this season at that. But James Gilliard has come back even stronger. I mean, he had a great season last season before the injury, but this is a phenomenal season. He's not even close to being on the bubble. He's well within the playoffs at the moment. Not locked in, because anything can happen. But he was well within the cut line coming into today's race. And he's just showing a lot of strength in this upper midfield. James Gilliard looks a lot... I think he looks significantly improved from last season. And I wouldn't write him out of anything just yet.
Yeah, he's having a great run, and he is making sure that he can put himself in the playoffs this season. Again, he missed it last season, so he wants to get all of that anger out from missing the playoffs last season. He wants to get in this season and try and get his chance for a title.
Well, into the second half of the race tonight, and that means we've already gotten under 80 laps to go. We're quick math here. I think we're at. There's 77 laps to go here from the Dover International Speedway, and man, how time flies, even with all those yellows. Already with 70 laps to go. This race is flying by rather quickly. I think we got about another. If we stay green to the end, that's less than a half hour from here to the checkers, so not too shabby. I think was there a change for position here? Fitzpatrick has gone around Seth Berger.
Wow, Seth Berger must have done something. I don't know. Maybe he used up his tires or something, but Seth Fitzpatrick on a move.
I was going to say, I think Fitzpatrick's just moving forward. I don't know if it's really anything with the tires, because Lingerfelt is getting overtaken here by Fitzpatrick easily. And Max Service, by the way, he's only half a second back of Greg Holt, and he's going to try to do battle with Holt there. And again, Service, last Wednesday night, broke a 40-race winless streak in the Outlaws Sim Series. Last season was a 2-time winner, and at that, had a 40-race winless streak by Wednesday's race. No more. He snapped it at Pocono. What would it be for Max Service to go 40 races winless and then go back-to-back?
That would be an insane suit for Max Service. I mean, I think he would be jumping up and down for that one. I think he would be really happy if he wins this race tonight.
But of course, if he's going to do that, he's going to have to go through this title heavyweight Greg Holt, who again is so consistent, so fast, almost everywhere we go. Last season won 7 races. This season's 2. Greg Holt is searching for his 10th career Outlaws Sim Series victory, trying to get it tonight here at the Monster Mile, and he has about a 5.5, nearly a 0.6 of a second advantage over the 81 of Max Service before, or trying to hold on to do it. Fitzpatrick is kind of stalled a little bit. We'll see if he has what it takes to catch Max Service. The gap has stagnated at that. And Lingerfelt trying to find a way. Well, actually, Lingerfelt just got passed by Seth Berger. So Berger stays 4th now. Or gets back to 4th over Lingerfelt. Lingerfelt dropping back. I think Lingerfelt used up his stuff there, going at it for that stage victory.
Yeah, Lingerfelt must have ate up his tires, and again, that track temp is going to hurt the tires very well, and Lingerfelt's just going to keep on falling as he got passed by Seth Berger, Fitzpatrick, and Service, so he is falling back like a rock really quick here.
Catching up with some of the other battles around the field. How about this? This is Devin Smith working his way past the lapped truck of Jeremy C. Poole, but it was really close between Smith and Elam for a second there. That has since severely dissipated at that. Stutzman trying to size up James Gilliard. This is a battle that's starting to brew up here. And again, a couple drivers, again, have a lot going for him. Stutzman, of course, has the race win this season. And look at this run he's got on Gilliard. He had a run there, lost a little bit there on the entry up the corner, had to back off. He readjusted himself, and he looks like Stutzman gets a run out of the corner, but it's not a big enough run to go too far with it. Now he's got the run side by side up off the corner. Can he stay there with Gilliard? He's got to keep his nose down there. He'll send it into the corner. And it'll be James Gilliard, P6.
Yeah, he's going to send it in there, and they're going to Jeremiah Stutzman's going to get loose, and it looks like they're going to still be side by side. They are battling hard right now for that position.
Well, Stutzman is clear of James Gilliard. Going down the back straightaway here on lap 98. And then to turn 3, Stutzman trying now to hold on to what he's got. Set his sights forward on Kyle Lingerfeld, and Lingerfeld just kind of dropping back to him. How about Tyler Markle, who's just worked his way by to 66 Joshua Lane Fox, last week's Stage 2 winner, and looking his way forward, steadily moving forward, and also catching up on some heavy-duty battles here with Elam. And by the way, Fitzpatrick is just past max service.
Seth Fitzpatrick on a move. He wants to get this race won. He wants to catch Greg Holt to try and win this thing. Now, granted, there is going to be green flag pit stops, I believe, if they do not wreck with 66 laps to go in this thing. So, but Seth Fitzpatrick, what a great job he's done.
Yeah, that, and you are correct, because this time around, when he crosses the line, it'll be 65 laps to go. So, spot on with the math, Jacob. But at that, Fitzpatrick again came into today's race on the bubble. What better way to lock your get yourself into the playoffs than to lock yourself in with a dub? And see, he's taken a 10th and a half out of Greg Holt that last lap. Now 2/10 out of Greg Holt since we started talking about him. Seth Fitzpatrick might have something for a potential first career victory tonight.
Yeah, and what it would be for him again, he's got to be able to make the playoffs. He wants to make the playoffs, so he's doing really well at that.
Now, lap traffic here is going to play huge into Seth Fitzpatrick's hands. He's got to work his way past the 5 truck there of Matthew Setzer. And continuing on here now, look at him roll the corner half a second. I mean, Fitzpatrick is eating up Greg Holt's gap.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick is making sure that Greg Holt is pressured. He definitely wants to pressure Greg Holt in here.
I don't know if he's going to be able to pressure him. I think he's just going to blow right by him. He is driven up to Greg Holt. A second eaten out of his gap in the last 2-3 laps. Seth Fitzpatrick is on a mission to take the race lead away from Greg Holt. But, as said, in most forms of motorsport, in all forms of motorsport, really, catching a driver is one thing. Passing, well, that's another.
Yeah, he's got to be able to get around it. Dover's a hard track to pass at, so Seth Fitzpatrick is going to have to try and get around Greg Holt, and we'll see if he can do it.
And look at it now. Fitzpatrick has hit that wall of air, that dirty air, right behind the 3 truck of Greg Holt, and the gap has stagnated. Fitzpatrick was eaten. He ate a second out of the gap. I mean, he was back where max service is right now. But, oh, lap traffic. Oh, my goodness. Oh, so close between lap traffic there and Seth Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, those guys were really close, and they were almost about to wreck, but they didn't, and Greg Holt is still leading for the moment.
Here's Tyler Markle trying to get his way inside the top 10 from Brandon Richardson. Tyler Markle is in for now. Can he clear his way past the 29? And he will. Gilliard, and here comes drivers to pit lane. James Gilliard, Brad Boff, James Gilliard and Randall Barnett. Barnett is damaged. But James Gilliard, one of the first lead lap drivers to come down to pit lane. The 33 James Gilliard here. We're going to experiment here with the new graphics here, of course, created by our ever so amazing Andrew Cardinale IV, who does all things PitStop TV for us and puts us in the position to bring these shows to you. On the left-hand side of that little box on the bottom right-hand corner is the entire pit lane time. On the right-hand side, that is the time in the pit box. And so, as the track drops on the 33 truck, it's a 14.33 second pit stop, but out of the pit lane, it is going to be a 47.5 second pit stop. Who will that bring in the pit lane? Well, it'll bring in the 29 of Brandon Richardson, and pit stops are underway. And looks like, so earlier in the day, I forgot to mention, Devin Zimmerman is usually here with us most nights. Was not able to be with us tonight at the top of the show due to other commitments, but he is here now. Devin Zimmerman, welcome to the booth. We're here, Dover. We got about 55 laps to go in the midst of green flag pit stops here. Dark Horse Racing really brought a lot of horses to the race. But right now the battle is between Greg Holt and Seth Fitzpatrick. We'll see how green flag pit stops shapes this battle out to be, though.
Oh yeah, it's glad to be back with you, Emerson. Apologize to everyone for being late. Previous commitments and things with personal life kind of got in the way of tonight for me being able to start, but I'm thankful for Jacob to step in and take over for me until I could be here. Actually just walked in the door not too long ago, so glad I was able to sit down and get with you here, even though we are towards the end of the race now. But man, yeah, Greg Holt up at the front. Seth Fitzpatrick, though, great showing so far, it looks like.
And, well, what it has been, as Greg Holt works his way past this lap traffic, what you've missed is, well, big one amongst the back markers early. And then Joseph Causey getting involved in an accident. And Kevin Thompson, right off he started on the pole of the race, opened up a 4.5 second advantage in the first 10 laps of the race. And unfortunately got caught up in an accident shortly after that. But it's been all sorts of wild tonight here at the Dover International Speedway, the Monster Mile as it's known. And somehow we found a way back to title heavyweight Greg Holt leading the way and showing us the way around the track that is guarded by Miles the Monster. And here comes Greg Holt coming to put... This would be a second lap on the 88 of Joseph Causey.
Well, I mean, they don't call it the Monster Mile for, just the sake of it. It is a tough track. I mean, it's tough for lap cars here to get around them. And there's only really one good lane around this track right on the bottom there. You can see from Seth Fitzpatrick's view. If you start getting a little high, especially off of turn 4, you will clip that wall, get some damage. I assume... off these turns is where most of the incidents occur, so one can assume that's where the incidents have occurred tonight. You can also drive it in a little harder and then wash up into guys. That's a common occurrence here as well. But yeah, it's good to see the title fight for the regular season championship isn't dead. I mean, Greg Holt having a rough time at Pocono last week, and Joseph Causey trying to take advantage of it and was able to. Even though he did have a little bit of trouble, but tonight, flipping hands again. This is the fourth race in a row this has happened.
Well, let's also keep in mind the stage points today that Greg Holt has won both stages, so that's 20 points to his name. Causey, he will finish 6th in stage 1 and then got into an accident, so that's 5 points to his name. So 15 points just in the stages, and at that, we have another driver down the pit lane. It is 98 of Fair and Eliam, and here's our new little graphics toy here. You get to see the pit box time on the right there, 14.55 time in the pit box, but 48 seconds down the pit lane there for the 98 of Fair and Eliam. Matthew Setzer, who got involved in an incident with Landon Lacey off of turn 4. He is down and away. We'll catch up with Brad Bothwell, who again was dominant in practice, but was not able to set a valid lap time in qualifying. And looks like he's going to be here for a minute.
Yeah, it looks like repairing damage there on his truck at 31. Not able to keep up his string of poles that he's been known for, especially the streak that he's tried to start was broken last week at Pocono, and I didn't keep it up here either. So looking to get back to form, but hey, Seth is there, man.
Right up on the tailgate of the race leader, and that was due to the lap traffic. And here comes Fitzpatrick to the pit lane.
Oh, that's a cool move by Seth Fitzpatrick.
Oh, but did he get the speed?
Yeah, if he gets the speed, that is a good move there. I like that. Putting pressure on Greg Holt, making him, trying to force him to stay out, maybe come down and leapfrog him here, undercut him a bit. Can't have any issues on pit road, gets in smoothly. So, yeah, that graphics that PitStop TV has brought us with this pit road time is amazing. You can really see how people can make up time on pit road. A lot of it's made up on the entry. If you can push that entry, you can make a lot of time.
I mean, think about the pit lane times we've seen, 47, 48 seconds. Fitzpatrick now working his way down the pit lane. We'll see here as he comes to pit out here. It is a 48-second pit lane time, so it's about the average. Greg Holt has stayed out and has not made his way down the pit lane just yet, but Max Service is on the pit lane. Again, Max Service trying to go back-to-back after snapping a 40-race winless streak. Jeremiah Stutzman trying to get his second win on the season there on the pit lane. The driver out of Horseheads, New York, Kyle Lingerfeld, led some laps earlier. Going to see what he can do to solidify himself into the playoffs. And last season's champion, Seth Berger, who just left the pit lane there. And again, another pretty average pit time there, 48 seconds out of pit lane. Race leader is in Greg Holt.
All right, so this is going to be the make or break. Let's see how much time Seth Fitzpatrick was able to get on his pit stop. Maybe Greg Holt also got a little bit better entry there. We'll have to see on this new timer. We're really going to tell how much time between these two was made or lost on pit road.
Oh, looks like a little bit of a long stop there. I mean, about 6/10 longer than what Fitzpatrick had to deal with, and to pit out here. This isn't looking promising for Greg Holt. Looks like it's actually a shorter pit lane time though. But where he comes out in relation to Fitzpatrick is going to be huge.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick just went by.
He's gone. I mean, you see there, 48 seconds, 48.1 seconds on the pit lane to 47.9, nearly identical. But it's the count of how many laps does Fitzpatrick on the tires, and Fitzpatrick should cycle out to be the leader, except James Gilliard, I forgot, have a massive short pit, and he is the current race leader theoretically on the current strategy of fresh tires. Fitzpatrick has 13 lap fresher tires than James Gilliard, though. We'll see how this plays out for Gilliard, but Gilliard, again, 7th in the points coming into today's race, trying to solidify himself as a playoff driver, and taking a massive gamble here with that short pit.
Definitely, and you can see just how much better Seth Fitzpatrick's tires are. He is gaining rapidly on James Gilliard. He's right up on the back bumper now, and this is going to be, again, for the cycle race lead. Once pit stops are over, some guys are still coming down. Fitzpatrick better exit off of 4th.
In a theoretical race lead side by side, and Andrew Schroeder has come down to pit lane. He'll surrender the 3rd position. Fitzpatrick is to the theoretical race lead, but we say theoretical because he's not the race leader. It is last week's Stage 2 winner, Tyler Markle, in the 42 car. And the 6th of Daniel Park is also out here, still having yet to make his way down the pit lane. And well, there's a couple of names there as we're coming around to this time. That'll be 36 laps to go. Oh, into the barriers, Dan, right in front of Villalobos. Hold on to it, Dan.
Yeah, and you can see Villalobos gave him plenty of room there. That's the last thing you kind of want to do. Villalobos actually coming into pit. But, yeah, when a car's bouncing off the wall like that, you just do not know if he's going to come down the track. Dover's kind of a self-cleaning track. What that means, the banking is high pretty much mostly around or all the way around the track. So everything kind of washes down to the apron on the inside of the track. So especially if you're trying to go under someone who's up in the wall, you never know. They might end up washing down into you. But here's Greg Holt.
Oh, no! Oh, no, and this may bring out the caution, and you know who that benefits. If it is, then it is a yellow.
That's
the 42,
gonna help
Tyler Markle.
Mr. Tyler Markle. Everyone is trapped a lap down except him.
Oh, my goodness. James Gilliard had a great run. All for naught. Around on the front straightaway is the 33.
And that's going to put him 2 laps down now if he can't get back around Markle. So, oh my gosh. I just want to know what happened. It looked like 3 truck got a little tight underneath of him there.
Well, we'll get the replay here. And again, here's Gilliard. He was up ahead of Greg Holt. Had about 15 lap older tires than Greg, who went to the outside off of turn 4.
Oh, Greg got tight off the turn running the high lane. Almost put it in the wall. Instead, he tried to overcorrect, and there's no room. The 33 truck was already door to door with him. So when he came down to try and keep it off the wall, they got together.
That is a rare mistake out of a title heavyweight like Greg Holt, again, who's on 9 race wins in the Outlaws Sim Series in the span of, well, basically 2 seasons, and just Gilliard did nothing wrong, to be completely honest.
No, he didn't do anything wrong. Just the 3 truck, when you're running that high lane, he's on new tires. I'm saying tight, I mean loose. The back end was coming around on him. That is my fault. My apologies. So yeah, the rear end was stepping out on him on that high lane, which tend to happen on new tires. And you'll see it here, that rear end just step out when he gets off the turn. He tries to correct it, and it just sends him down into the 33.
Either that, or maybe he was just trying to make sure he missed the wall. But at that, still, that's a shocker to me.
Yeah, I was looking at his hands to see if it was indeed tight. That's what it looked like, just from the outside the car. But since we have the in-car camera there, we can see his hands, and his hands really didn't turn to the left at all. In fact, they turned back to the right. So that can tell me that, yeah, he was the back end was stepping out on him off the turn.
Well, so Tyler Markle won stage 2 last week at Pocono. The next day, he went on to win a league race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And here he is here. He's now in prime position to be the race leader on fresh tires. As everybody who wants to get back on lead lap are going to have to take the wave around. They're going to be on old tires behind him, and with less than 30 laps to go.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Did Dan Park stay on the lead lap? I don't know if he did or not, but he's on pit road now. So I'm not sure if this is going to cycle him out to a very good restart position as well.
Dan Park may be looking pretty stout. And you know what? Since he's only going to restart as low as second, if you're damaged, take that damage.
Exactly. Well, actually, it looks like he's dropping down now. Yeah. So,
well,
okay, so he's going to be at the end of at these guys. But yeah, you got the damage, take it. But man, what a turn of event, especially for that 42 truck.
Man, oh man. I don't quite know what to make of that, and I don't know if Tyler knows what to make of that. Look at that, all the wave arounds. Man, I just want to get around and see something on the far side of this track here. Let's go to.
It's like the whole field.
And to see all these people getting waved around here. All these wave rounds. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there they go, all trying to line up.
So many of them.
Yeah, he trapped every single person a lap down, just running long with that run there. Got the benefit, of running long. Sometimes it burns you, sometimes it doesn't. And this time it did not. So he's going to cycle out. He'll be the race leader. So
he has
just a brilliant move.
He has a minimum of 10 lap fresher tires to every single car in the lead lap behind him, except the 6 at Dan Park. That is phenomenal.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is when you get the wave around like that, pit road does close on you, and you start coming to 1 to green. So these guys won't be able to have a chance to come down and get those fresh tires. Dan Park is going to restart second. So look at that. It did benefit Dan Park.
Oh, wow. Look at him go. The 88 of Joseph Causey's on the pit lane. Do not worry. He's not breaking any rules. He's a lap down, and he'll stay a lap down. He's not on the lead lap or anything like that. What this has done is Greg Holt is damaged, and he got the EOL for causing the caution. So the battle for the points lead all of a sudden isn't a blowout for Holt to regain the points lead. Holt's gonna have to work if he's gonna have to take over the points lead if he wants to take over the points lead this week.
Yeah, and he's gonna have a lot of ground to make up with a damaged truck. I mean, it is, you know, this is pretty much a short track, just a bigger version of Bristol. Some compare it to. So, I mean, you can run around here with a damaged truck. It's just not going to handle to your liking, especially with the open setup. They have it dialed up a certain way, and when that aerodynamics, when the aerodynamics of the truck get hurt, it's going to handle completely different. But we're about to go green.
For your sake and any viewers who are coming in late sake, we've had 4 cautions today for 17 laps, 7 lead changes, as the iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane. It is Tyler Markle and Daniel Park, the front row. We're green from the first state. Oh, Max Service is sideways. Fair and Elam sideways in the middle of the field.
Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Somebody's still sideways. Fair and Elam. We stay green, though.
No, caution is out on
Oh,
Speedway.
it is out. Okay. The lights at the top there are a little deceiving. But, man, I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like they were 3 wide on that camera shot getting into 3, and it's something that you don't want to do much here.
Well, we'll get the replay here, and Max Service also got almost dumped in the middle of the corner here. We'll see here. Elam dumped by his teammate there, Richardson.
Yeah. Yeah, just misjudging the entry there. It looks like he wasn't expecting to be 3 wide, and then he was. So, yeah, that's what that looked like from that gamer. Just not expecting to be 3 wide at that point. Maybe thought he had a little bit more room than he did, but we'll get a look here at Max Service.
A little bit of friendly fire back there. Service tried to cut down in front of the newcomer to the series, Joshua Stroud, and then, well, that was that.
Stroud just not sure if that was just a late move from Max or just Stroud had a little bit of a better run through the center of the turn. Max tried to block it off, thinking diamond off the turn, get a little bit more speed down the straightaway, make that pass on the inside. Fortunately, though, Seth Fitzpatrick looks like he got into that a little bit as well. Oh, yeah, Richardson slid up.
And, you know, I think, you know, for Dark Horse Racing's sake, it's great to have as many trucks as they do on the track. I mean, with that being said, there's a large chance for a lot of friendly fire. We've seen a lot of friendly fire from Dark Horse Racing this season.
We have, and where is the 42 truck? Did he go to pit road?
Well, you got to think here. I mean, the only driver that had the same tires as him was Dan Park. So if he pits, I'd imagine everybody else was going to pit as well because they're on old tires. So Markle should pretty much work himself out somewhere in the top 3 with equal footing tires to the cars behind him. What this has done is this has put V6 of Dan Park as the race leader.
Yeah, and he's a little banged up on the front end there, but like I said, this is classified as a short track, so well, don't count him out just yet. He does have pretty good tires. He was able to get them on that last restart. Yeah, I mean, sitting very pretty. That caution worked out perfectly for him and Tyler Markle. They played it to perfection. They're staying out long and going as long as they can.
This is the one of John Mustaine who's getting passed here by Tyler Markle, so he might be a wave around.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get the wave around, not expecting Dan Park to stay out. He kind of traps these guys who are trying to get the wave around, traps them where they are a lap down or 2 laps down. So
traffic, not registering John Mustaine there in V1 truck. So what this is, though, Daniel Park is V-Race leader, and he only has 8 lap old tires, and at that, a lot of those laps have been under caution. Now they're not fresh tires.
Yeah, he only has one green flag lap on these set of tires, so not a bad position. But Tyler Markle's truck, brand new tires, and it looks a little bit cleaner, so it might handle just that much better. Could still kind of give him the advantage here, but the 6 car will have the advantage of the restart. Restart's on him, so he can take advantage of that, try and stay in front as long as possible. What the 42 truck's going to want to do is get around that 6 truck and try and open up a lead and start, kind of putting his gap on everyone behind him as much as possible. So interesting dynamics playing out here on this restart as we get close to the end of this race.
Well, let's try to see and try to deduce what we can from driver of the number 6. And how about it then? Did you expect to be in this position with 23 laps to go?
Definitely not.
You find yourself...
I got a little lucky with strategy. That's all I can say.
I'd say that yellow came out, last yellow, with only yourself and Tyler Markle on the lead lap. And at that was something else, you and Tyler. Actually, y'all are not going to get an extended restart here. So we're going to leave you back to it. Hopefully we're talking to you a little bit more later on here. Best luck to you, driver.
Thank you.
Wanted to get a little bit more of a word in there with Dan Park, but we're getting ready to go. Green here from Dover. It is the 6 of Dan Park, the 42 of Tyler Markle. And getting ready to do battle once again. The iRacing.com safety vehicles in the safety pit lane. We're racing once again from Dover. Oh no, and Dan Park is spinning in the middle of the field. Big wreck on the back straightaway. Several trucks around. It's the big one at Dover.
That is practically everyone from about half of the field on back on that restart. Some of the guys were able to break up, but most of these trucks are dead. A lot of engine damage here.
Oh my goodness. The big one at Dover strikes in the waning laps of the Outlaws Sim Series. And Dan Park there was on the bottom side trying to get that truck hooked up. It just got sideways out of 2. Hits the inside wall, back into traffic, collects Stutzman, Devin Smith, brother Benjamin Park, Joshua Stroud, and the field.
Yeah, it looks like some of these guys who were kind of further back, there's the 66 truck is able to get slowed up. Doesn't look like he took damage. Some of the other trucks who were further on back, it looks like they got through okay.
Well, the 6 of Dan Park. It's a tale of
oh, Seth Fitzpatrick, big move.
Oh, man. Oh, we'll get a look at that as well. Big incident. The back straightaway of Dover. Put a massive dent into this field.
That's about half the field there with a blown engine. It looks like, oh my goodness.
I don't quite know what to say. Dan Park, I mean, again, just gets loose, and we're gonna be blocked here by a little bit by that building, but you'll still get the gist of, well, most of what happened there. My goodness.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to stay low. You do wash up off the turn, so looks like he's trying to stay low, keep it off of the 42 truck, and in turn, the back end of his truck just came around on him. He's not able to keep it down low, hitting the wall head on. It just popped him right back into traffic, and then he slides back down. So, oh man, what a move for Fitzpatrick to stay out of that, getting low like he did there.
I mean, and when you see from the rear end that there's not really any other clean trucks behind you, oh my goodness.
Wow, that's gonna hurt a lot of people. I think Greg Holt, not sure if he escaped that without any without any damage. I did see him go kind of on the high side through that, so.
Oh, here you go. One more time, and just into the heart of the field is so many. Villalobos, Setzer, Stroud. A lot of people got slowed down for it, but a lot of people in the
Yeah,
incident
a
as well.
lot of people in that one. Stutzman almost went over.
Yeah. Man, oh man. Well, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes sometimes here at the Monster Mile. Miles the Monster, quite hungry tonight. Eating well on the back straightaway. That being said, there's still a race to go on, and we still have a driver who is the race leader. Let's go ahead and bring on up driver of the number 42, Tyler Markle. The
hello.
spot that you're in, man.
Great.
How did this all work out?
Same thing like last week at Theron. I've been staying pitting at the end of every caution until now, so
I
hope
see.
it goes well.
So, how long? I guess the first question, before that initial yellow came out, I put you in the lead. How much longer could you have gone on fuel?
About 8 more laps.
8 more laps, all right. I mean, there's still a few more laps out of the 42 truck, even if the race went green to the end. So that's nice and all. But here you are. Unfortunately, you saw there to your inside. Dan Parker restarted the race. Well, wreck off for the turn and take out half the field at that. What did you see, and what was going through your mind when all that was happening?
From our chat, I know he spun the tires. They all thought he, stopped going and then went again. He just spun the tires. That's what happened there. Going into the turn, I don't know. He just got loose, it looked like. I'm glad he didn't come back up into me.
Well, here you are. You're leading here. You have Seth and Max again. A dominant driver last week and last week's race winner, and then your teammate Kyle Lingerfeld there in fourth, all behind you. Let's say you in these waning laps at Dover.
We're gonna try to hold him off, but I don't know. I feel like my short run's horrible, and we got 15 laps, 16 laps here, so.
Well, Tyler, we're gonna leave you to it, driver. Best luck to you. Hopefully, we'll talk to you a little bit more on the far side.
See you later.
I like that. Driver to number 42, Tyler Mark, calling a shot there. See you later. How about it, Tyler Mark?
I like it. He's been getting better and better as the season goes on, proving he is a playoff driver.
Yes, sir. Again, Tyler solidly inside the playoffs up there, tied for fourth in the point standings. The field now in his hands, along with the driver he's tied with for fourth, Seth Berger. Green flag back in the air from the Monster Mile. Oh, contact and wrecking on the back. It's Fitzpatrick sideways in front of the field. He's got his victim with him, Kyle Lingerfeld in the 65. Caution on the Speedway.
And this is just the adage of cautions breed cautions. We had the 3 and the 33 get together, and since then it's just been a caution fest. We normally don't have that in this series. But, man, just a tight track, tight, short, mile-long short track like this, with the high banking, it is so easy to keep getting into people. And, yeah, it looks like netcode there to me for a second.
They just kind of met in the middle, and netcode finished the deal.
Yeah.
And Lingerfeld took that ride all the way to the grass. He was, whatever happened there, he was unhappy with, and that's completely just, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. He just, I think the 2 truck he thought to. We're trying to see here. It looks like Max gets by. Lingerfeld's trying to get down, sees that the 2 truck has underneath of him, and then they just kind of come together coming off the turn. So just a narrow exit off of 2. I mentioned it. I'm sure that y'all did earlier in the broadcast too, but the exits of these turns are very tricky, and 2 trucks side by side off the exit of anywhere Dover turn 2 or turn 4. It's going to end up not probably the most brilliant of situations.
It's a rough one at that, for sure. Those walls on the exit, they come up at you. And man, we're running through our arsenal of drivers to talk to here. Somebody we haven't talked to today thus far is well, we haven't talked to last week's winner yet, so I think now would be a time. Let's go ahead and bring him on up, driver of the number 81 Max Service. Right there, right around a caution there. Well, what you see?
I just saw wrecking in my mirror as I've seen the last, what are we on, the 3rd restart here? I don't really know. But they've just been wrecking behind us on every single restart, so I don't know, it's bringing some different faces that we don't exactly want to see up here into the fray behind us, some fast trucks. So, but I mean, I feel bad for Lingerfeld and Seth Fitzpatrick there. I mean, I kind of had something to do with Seth Fitzpatrick's damage on the front end. He was trying to make that up, and they just kind of came together off the corner, and just not enough room. It's Dover.
Well, last week, of course, snapped a near 40 race winless streak, or 40. We'll have to do the counts at some point, but broke that long winless streak at Pocono last week. From that to now, winning there and being in contention to go back to back, the shift in confidence has been evident to us in that number 81. But what say you in I guess in sim racing in general for you?
I don't think it added too much. I mean, I always kind of knew I could do it, but we just never really have the best setups here on the Outlaws side of things. We're just usually second best. Today we were quite honestly probably third best. This thing's not good on the short run at all, so I don't think we're gonna do too well off the starts here. Me and Seth, we're so loose. We're dancing the rear end of this thing off the corners and through the center. So we'll see. We're gonna try and hang on to these things and just kind of hope for the best here.
Well, up ahead of you, as was the last restart, and on nearly the same the restart before that, you have again Tyler Markle, the driver up ahead of you, and then your teammate Seth Berger to his outside, and you have a whole bunch of dark horse behind you, and the title heavyweights. Now, your situation, you kind of mentioned all these cautions are bringing some drivers you didn't want to see up here, but how do you hold on to this third position here in these waning laps?
Greg's better than us on the short run. I know that. Markle's been really good. I mean, it'd be nice to see Markle get a win. I know his winless streak's longer than mine was last week, so for him to get one this week, that'd be really nice to see for him. I know he's not our teammate, but he was last season. Good friend. But we'll see here as we're about to get this one underway again.
Yeah, we'll leave you to it, driver. Hopefully we're talking to you some more on the far side.
Hopefully.
Driver of the number 81 Max Service, and the field now in the hands of Tyler Markle, as has been the last few restarts. Seth Berger to his outside, Max, Greg, Jesse Adams, Joseph Kazi, green flag back in the air, racing at Dover. Tyler Markle leads into turn 1. Off of turn 4, Tyler Markle has a near 4/10 of a second advantage with 12 laps to go from the Monster Mile. Seth Berger in second. I know he wants to get another win. Max Service there in third. Has to hold off Greg Holt and Jesse Adams.
Yeah, Greg Holt has the wall there. His truck is a bit damaged, so it's not handling to his liking right now. But he did collect the wall there off of 2, running that outside lane. And man, Jesse Adams fighting him really hard here for the 4th place. Some great side-by-side, actually, that we haven't seen the last couple of restarts where guys have kind of gotten together. They almost get together again off of 2.
How about Tyler Markle setting the fastest lap and opening a near second advantage over last season's champion Seth Berger, and around goes the 55. Jesse Adams hard into the inside wall in the middle of traffic. Looks like he'll be okay. It looks like nobody else has hit him, and I believe that it's going to bring out the caution.
Another caution here late in this race. I'm not sure if he got together with the 3 truck or not. I think he might have just lost it. We'll have to get a check here on the replay.
Yeah, I don't think there was contact, but we'll watch the replay and see. If there was no contact, then I don't agree with this call being a yellow. I mean, he was sideways.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was maybe net code or anything like that, but it doesn't look like they got together at all.
I mean, I know Joseph hit him in the back end, but I mean, the truck was already lost. I mean, Joseph did nothing wrong there.
Yeah, he was already spinning by that point, so we'll get a good view here.
I guess if that's a 2-car incident, that race control's running a caution. I guess it's there between Causey and Adams, but that's unfortunate. Causey getting an EOL for I mean, I know a lot of the time you know, the 2-car incident, the 2 cars that caused the caution incident rule isn't always fair, and most of the time it is at that, but I mean, if that's gonna result in Causey getting EOL, I don't know what to say. That one's rough.
Yeah, that one's rough. It looks like the other the 55 was just kind of pretty much almost sideways by the time Causey hit him, and he's right behind him and trying to. It looks like he checks up. You see the front end of the truck dive down for just a second there, and then he's able to get outside of him, but maybe just the slightest of contact. But yeah, it does look the 55 was already coming around. But yeah, I was impressed that they were able to run that long side by side, him and Greg Holt. Greg Holt does have side damage on that left side, so he did get collected quite a bit in that Daniel Park incident. So I'm not sure what he's going to have for these front 3 guys. They looked pretty good on that restart. Max Service was able to start pulling away from Greg Holt just a bit there.
Yeah, there's a lot of substance there on that restart, and now we're only gonna have a few laps to settle it. Race Control did confirm to me though that caution is gonna be on the 55 only. The 55 called it just precautionary as he was well, really spinning back in towards traffic, and if that's the case, then a round of applause to everybody in that scenario. And we're at the point now. We're at 6 laps to go, inside of 10 laps to go. I think I'm just gonna let these drivers do their thing. I'm not gonna pester drivers with questions right now at this point of the race.
Yeah, all these guys trying to fight for this win. Tyler Markle trying to put his stamp back on the Outlaw Sim Series, break his winless streak. Max Service talked about it just a little bit there. So yeah, Tyler Markle trying to get a win here. Seth Berger would like to get another win to his name. Max Service would like to go back-to-back for sure. Greg Holt, Joseph Causey, of course, having that inter-team fight for the regular season title right now. I'm sure both of them would like to add another win. Causey probably would definitely like to add another win so he can try and close that point gap back down from Greg Holt winning the first 2 stages. So, yeah, this is going to be really interesting here. Brandon Richardson, Seth Fitzpatrick, Kyle Lingerfelt, was it John Mustaine and Devin Smith, all damaged trucks, but still in it, still running, still in the lead lap. So, I mean, it's Dover. It's kind of like Bristol. You never know what's going to happen. So we'll just have to find out here as we're going to be coming to 5 to go under caution here, I believe.
Yep, choices being made there, outside and Causey outside as well. Intriguing. But yeah, I did the math. Now, if he's made every start is a different question. I gotta go back and see the stats on that. But Tyler Markle, right now, his only Outlaw Sim Series win was race number 1 of last season at the Auto Club Competition Road Course. And that was 46 Outlaws Sim Series events. Outlaws Sim Series regular season points paying events since that win. So Tyler Markle, yes, on a little bit longer of a winless streak than Max there. Looking in the range somewhere in the mid 40s. And Tyler definitely would want to break that. He's got some momentum on his side with the stage win last week, the win in the other league last week as well at Charlotte. But he's going at some top-tier competitors. Last season's champion, last week's winner, and 2 title heavyweights. Here we go. The pace car is in the safety of pit lane. The field back in the hands of the Michigander, Tyler Markle. We are racing once again from Dover. 4 laps to go. Tyler Markle to the race lead. Seth sideways in front of Greg Holt. He's going around, trying to hold on to it. Oh, no, nowhere for Villalobos to go. Seth Berger's truck is destroyed, and it was sideways in front of Greg Holt. We'll have to get the replay and see if that was the entire story, but caution is out once again, and we're going to get our first attempt at overtime, and somebody is blowing an engine, and that is V1 of John Mustaine.
Yeah, there's just no place to go for John Mustaine and whoever was outside of him who also has a blown engine there.
Villalobos.
Yeah, Villalobos. They just ran right into the side. You can see the right side of the 77 all packed in from that hit, but oh my goodness.
Now the question is, was it self-induced or was there some help? We'll get the replay here.
Yeah, Greg Holt was right on him. Got a good run off of 2. Max Service falls back into that 4th position. Yeah, he got some help. He got some help there.
It looks like I mean, now
he looks like he took the air off the rear and then
yes.
just hit him again, and that's what really took the 77 around.
Now it looked like Holt was gonna run into the rear of him anyway, but from that shot, it looked like there was no actual contact. It was net-coated contact between the two. But nonetheless, Seth's truck reacted as if it was driven through, and he tried to hold on to it.
Yeah, and if we remember, these two, this isn't the first time these two have come together this season, so big-time rivalry really forming.
Yep.
From that angle, it does look like they were kind of making contact, and then again there. So, oh my goodness.
Nowhere for either of them to go.
Big hit there for both.
For all 3.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you see
that
Seth just starts coming down. Yeah.
For both of them.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a good time to push. I know Greg Holt, you're trying to get up to the front there. I'm not sure if that would have been a good time, especially on the outside lane. It's just so slippery right there. He's trying to hold it and just is not able to. Oh, big hit.
Well, just to sprinkle a little bit more into this race. I know Tyler Markle is not liking any of this. To continue to have to stay out as the race leader and not know what everybody behind you is gonna do. Greg Holt is getting EOL'd for that though, so race control has found that Greg Holt is at fault for that incident.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it does look like there was some net code, definitely on that one, but iRacing was registering that they were hitting. Again, an issue at maybe sometimes, you know, the 2-car incident rule may be fair, sometimes it's not. In this case, it's kind of hard to call just because of that net code. We don't know if Greg Holt would actually going to hit him, but iRacing registered it as so. And then, of course, the secondary hit is what kind of capitalized the deal and sent 77 around. But that's going to put Max Service up there on the outside, if he so chooses, of the 42 truck.
And what it does, again, Kazi is 3rd, Seth Fitzpatrick 4th, Brandon Richardson in 5th, and, well, let's get some statics rolling. Kyle Lingerfeld there in 6th. Devin Smith, 7th, Jesse Adams, 8th. Andrew Schroeder has stayed in this race and is on his way to a top 10. He's there in 9th. Greg Holt is 10, John Mustaine, the last truck on the lap in 11th. And actually, I don't know what Mustaine's actually being scored as. I think he's still towing. Well, behind him, it is something else. Joshua Fox is 13th, 12th, 2 laps down with Seth Berger. James Gilliard is he's still in the race. Choices being made there. Villalobos is out in 15th. Elam is still in 16th. 10 laps behind Villalobos, so he's going to need a lot of green-white checkers if he's going to gain the spot. Stroud out in 17th. Stutzman, and we'll get the race results anyway at the end of the show, but there's a lot that has transpired. That there is, I'm looking at here, 10 trucks on the lead lap. And the pack, she don't look too healthy at that.
Yeah, it looks like a demolition derby car's out there right now. But hey, they're coming to a green-white checker. It's going to get exciting still. You're going to have to at least make it around one time for this thing to become official. But for Tyler Markle's sake, he hopes this is the only green-white checker they have tonight. But again, this league, unlimited, we're going to get it in. So here we go.
Unlimited green-white checkers. Overtime commences. The first overtime attempt. Tyler Markle leads us back to the green at Dover. Tyler Markle has opened up a 0.2 of a second advantage off of turn number 4. He's gonna get to the white. Sideways behind him is Richardson. Joseph Causey there in second as Tyler Markle takes the white flag presented by Tucson Soundart. Half a mile to go. Tyler Markle looking to snap a 46 race winless streak. And through turn 4, Tyler Markle will do it. A winner once again in the Outlaws Sim Series.
What a drive from Tyler Markle. Played the strategy perfect, got up to the front, and he just kept it there. Getting such good restarts, was able to pull away when he needed to, get some love taps there from his teammate last season. Some wrecking back in the field. I'm not sure if that was some love taps. Maybe a different type of love, but man, what a drive from Tyler Markle. Perfect strategy race for him.
Here comes, Causey trying to congratulate him, and the Dark Horse boys are all coming. Look at this, the whole league gathering for Tyler Markle. And the Dark Horse boys are all wrecking him up.
You like to see these
Tyler's
guys.
a fan of the team burnout. He wants everyone up here.
Oh yeah, he's getting everybody up to the line with him. Let's see what they do. He's gonna put it right up into the wall.
Oh my goodness. What a show. What a wild race at that. Tyler Markle, the race winner here at Dover, and the team burnouts are underway, but Tyler Markle snapping his 46 Outlaws Sim Series event race winless streak. If he's made all 46 of those starts is another question, but he's made a lot of them. So at that, he's somewhere in the mid-40s. And welcome back to Victory Lane. What a good week for Tyler Markle.
He has been on a roll this past week and continues going. My goodness, I mean, this is the perfect time of the season to get hot. Right before the playoffs, when we start getting into, hey, who we're going to be looking for to take this thing home at the end. And I mean, sometimes getting hot at the right time, getting that momentum on your side is exactly what you need.
And last season, I mean, people, he was a one-time winner, yes, and I know a win's a win, but people will, say, oh, last season, you were second to Joseph Causey, had the wheel malfunction. That's the only reason you won. Well, yes, and then he had a 40-second gap to second place. But this, he had to fight tooth and nail to everybody. He outsmarted the field with strategy. He had to go against everybody and everything there the last 30 laps, and he earned that one. Sure, he lucked into it with strategy, but he had to go through a war to hold on to it.
He did, and I mean, it wasn't like he got this one easy either. I mean, Causey was right there at the end, very fast truck, and was right on him that whole last lap. So he definitely earned this one.
With that being said, I think we're gonna step aside and we'll gather our thoughts. We'll get back to the action, and we'll get to the post-race interviews, the post-race reactions from all things Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Trucks at Dover. The Monster Mile. Miles the Monster was hungry tonight. Round 12 of 22 did not disappoint. Round 12 of 22 in the books. 3 races left in the playoffs. We'll recap how everything stands heading in to next week's race at Charlotte on the far side of this break.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Sound art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of 2 products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Welcome, race fans, back to the Dover International Speedway. Round 12 of 22 did not disappoint tonight for the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Trucks. Quite the show tonight. Gave us a first-time winner on the season, but a two-time Outlaws Sim Series winner, a driver who's been on, honestly, a roll the last week or so. Tyler Markle, you have been on it the last week.
Man, I love this. My strategy's working well. Oh. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either, but if it works, keep doing it, I guess. And congratulations on the win. Again, great friend of mine, Markle. Last week, Max was able to break I don't know if he made every start, but somewhere in the range of 40 to 42 race winless streak. You broke a 46 Outlaw Sim Series race winless streak today. How about that?
Last season, oh man. I'm excited. Where we're going to Charlotte next week. That'll be fun. Can't wait.
Yeah, I wonder why wonder why you're feeling good about Charlotte.
It'll be fun.
Man.
I was trying like don't hit me, but it was just like inevitable on the pace lap after. So it was great though.
Oh man,
I'm so happy. I'm having fun.
Yeah,
I had 0 X too. I think I was the cleanest truck out here today.
It looked like it. It only looked a little dirty from the particles on the track, but it looked clean in terms of damage. With that being said, what's going through your mind? The restart after restart after restart after restart.
We got that long little restart there. I'm like, yes, I think I got it locked up. And when we had that next shell, I'm like, fuck. Sorry, stream. I shouldn't be doing that. Oh lord. I know you're not supposed to do that on the pit stops. That's my bad.
We understand though. The emotions are running high, because this is, I mean, Tyler, this is a high quality field. A lot of great drivers, and you outsmarted them, and you went to war those last 40 laps or so to win it. So well deserved at that. But when Joseph Kazi got cleared of everybody up to second, and you're coming to the white flag, how did you keep yourself calm and not like let that get into your head that, you know, Joseph Kazi, the winningest driver on the season, is right behind you?
It was in my head. He had fresh tires, but his one big wreck from earlier on, he was lower on power, from what I know. So that's what we were talking about before I got in here.
I see. Well, it definitely paid off, Tyler. I mean, again, 46 race winless streak. You're proving, by the way, everybody who fought, if there was really anybody, people who fought that last year your win was a fluke because Joseph had the wheel malfunction. Well, you outsmarted the field and then went to war to hold on to it. This one, well deserved, at one of the toughest tracks on the NASCAR schedule. Congratulations. I do have to ask though, next week is Charlotte. I know you had a victory there on Thursday. How are you feeling? Open setup here.
Hoping we can do the same thing. It all depends on whatever setup Lingerfeld and them give me. So that's where the setup comes from. It comes from the team. We all pay together. We all get the same setup. So and I don't know if you realize I was 18th, 15th the whole day. I was just trying to save tires and hopefully go through the field on the long run. It was doing that, but we never really got that long run. So, and then we finally did, and I got the yellow. So. But SRN, not really sure how that's gonna go tomorrow either, because we're road course and no yellows. That's the only thing I'm like, no yellows. Yikes.
Another thing is Dark Horse Racing in qualifying had 7 Dark Horse Racing trucks in the top 10. That team as a whole looked good today. What can you say about the team aspect in that regard?
It was a banger qualify setup for sure. Even though I used the race setup on qualifying, so I still got 7th with it. I think, something like that. Yeah, but our whole team's doing good. I know Lingerfeld's a little annoyed. It looked like he got punted or something. He said, I don't know. So I know a lot of people were getting punted there at the end. A lot of people were being impatient.
As it is in the winning laps of any race where there's a lot of yellows. But Tyler, my good friend, congratulations. Well deserved. Hard fought victory there. Go celebrate it hard. Best luck to you next week at Charlotte.
Thank you. See you then.
Yes, sir. And again, driver of the number 42, Tyler Markle, and I mean, what a job he did. I mean, definitely well deserved, and I mean, he fought through it all to get to it.
He definitely did, and we're gonna bring up the second place driver. Gave him a run for the money on that that last lap there, kind of coming from nowhere. A couple laps down at one point in the race. Mr. Joseph Causey, welcome to the booth. Second place finish for you, my man.
Man, if you told me I was getting a second place tonight, I told you were a liar.
Well, tell us why that is.
Man, I'm not gonna lay out no names, but freaking, I got freaking screwed over. Let's put it that way. Inside out, I had 10 or 15 seconds required, plus a 3-minute and 30-second optional to recover from. So yeah, my night was very a big escapade.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at one point you were 2 laps down, I believe it was, to your teammate Greg Holt. It was looking like the Greg Holt show for a while, and then after those pit stops, it kind of reset everything, and then you were able to come down pit road, get damage repaired, and coming out here on the lead lap. I mean, that's just some good strategy calling from you to get yourself back in contention. So kind of walk us through there when that slew of cautions came out, kind of what was going through your head.
I was just thinking, like, when I got back to 1 lap down, I think when we had that, after that first long run, I was like, I can get some more repaired, and then freaking, just hope for another caution come out. We got another one, then I went in the lead car for that, and then just wait for another, got another, and then I stayed out of trouble. And I think I just barely grazed the wall as everybody was killing everybody else, and I was able to make it through, and I was like, yep, well, now I gotta fix this thing, which I got it all the way up to, let's see, I didn't have full power. It still had like 1130, 1120. So, hey, I take it. I was sending that thing as hard as I could near the end.
Well, I mean, it is a short track. It runs like a short track, big brother to Bristol. And I mean, every truck, it looked like, had a lot of damage, except for our leader, it seems like. But I mean, you definitely drove the wheels off it to get it back up there. And I mean, not only that, but you able to gain just a little bit of points back on your teammate. We're getting close to the end of the season. We got Charlotte, and I don't know how many races after that. It's going to be really close. So, is that something that's in your head now? Like, hey, I can take home this regular season championship here.
Yeah, definitely so. Hoping we could stay ahead. We'll see how. Hopefully, we don't have races like this one that turned out to be what it was, but. We'll see. We'll try to get the best result we can for the next final couple races.
Well, I do believe you could do it. Again, we're heading to Charlotte. I'm excited to see the throwback schemes that we're going to have. Can you maybe give us a little taste of anything you got going on for that?
My throwback is Kenny Wallace's old Red Dog paint scheme.
It's awesome. I cannot wait to see them. They're gonna look so good at Charlotte Motor Speedway next week. But yeah, congratulations on the second place finish. The time is yours now. We're gonna let you thank you. Ever got to thank, shout out whoever you got to shout out. The floor is yours.
I thank all Performance in Sport, Jeremiah, freaking Greg, Miz, freaking Schroeder, all of them that come out and try to help do the setups and everything that we all do. And freaking you guys, Devin and freaking Emerson, put on a great broadcast. I can't wait to go watch this one. And freaking Adam for putting on the show.
Well, we thank you very much for the exciting, thrilling end to the race, coming back from 2 laps down to get yourself in a position for a podium. Amazing job to do that. We're looking forward to next week. Like I said before, congratulations, and we'll let you get back down to your team.
Heck yeah. Thanks, guys.
And that was driver of the number 88, Joseph Causey, and the final driver on the podium, the driver who got the win last week at Pocono and was well in contention to go back-to-back tonight, come up a couple spots short. But Max, in all the slews of the restarts, you were able to at least survive and see the checkered flag, and I guess it's got to account for something after the wild night that was.
Yeah, it counts for a little bit, but I think more importantly than me surviving is Marco won. The only person who's still here who had a winless streak longer than me. Marco won! And I think that's the best thing that could have possibly came out of this season, a Marco dub.
Oh, that's amazing. The French. I mean, I know we're all friends. Like the friendship at that, and both of you were battling a lot of adversity last season. As it got waning later on and into the playoffs, and Mark with the first round exit in the playoffs and all that. But both of you have come back this season a lot stronger at that. And I think the consistency, you were pretty consistent at that last season. It's been more prevalent this season. Max, again, right from the win, you show up, and the qualifying, it wasn't all that, to be completely honest, but you stuck through it, and you were around top 5 in the podium pretty much the second half of the race.
Yeah, we kind of knew in practice that we weren't going to be very good in qualifying, to be honest. We were looking at all those dark horse trucks and how much on throttle time they had around this racetrack, and we're like, yeah, we're not going to be anywhere near that. And in qualifying, we're watching them run like 5, 6s. I'm like, we might be able to run a 9 at best. We knew we'd come on strong about 10 laps in, but it was set up for the long run, and we really didn't have a quality setup. Obviously, they had something set up really good in those dark horse trucks. So, but we knew that we were in good hands back there with Greg and Kazi not qualifying very well. We knew we were going to be pretty equal with them all race, so we weren't really worried. It was just a matter of getting through the traffic and getting back to the front, and we got there and we stayed there. So, I mean, that kind of just shows that we were good on the long runs and not really set up for qualifying.
You say you were good enough for the long runs, but the slew of short runs at the end. What kind of adjustments, or what did you have to do mentally to prepare yourself to hold on? I know you lost second to Joseph, but to hold on to what you had there to swing the third place.
Quite honestly, a hope and a prayer, and a lot of gas pedal movement and a lot of steering wheel movement. This thing was so loose on the short run. Like, it was up there basically wrecking. Like, the amount of corrections I had to make on the outside just in those 2 laps was absolutely ridiculous. It was wrecking loose. And had I thought about it, I might have made an adjustment on the last pit stop to just try something, but I didn't want to mess with it because I knew how good it was if we got going longer than a couple laps. But just at the end, when we started to get the slew of yellows, me and Seth knew that we weren't going to challenge Marco, and we just kind of sat there and just kind of thinking about, Marco's going to win this race. We're going to defend for Marco because we want to see a Marco dub, because we're not going to be able to pass him. Like, there was no way we were going to catch him and pass him with how good he was.
He was something, especially on those restarts. The gap he chewed out to by the time y'all got to turn 3 was actually pretty remarkable. But that Max, the momentum, it's starting to spool up here. Again, I know you missed a couple races earlier in the season, so you're a little bit lower in the point standings than I think where you would be if you had those races back. But again, to win, you're in the playoffs. You're spooling up some momentum here. 3 races left in the regular season. How do you feel about closing out the regular season? Next week, Charlotte, and then you have Gateway in Iowa.
I'll say it again, as I say pretty much every interview and every question. Every time you ask this question, really just depends on the setup, if it's good or not. We're not the best setup makers, but we usually come with an okay piece some weeks. And tonight it was okay. It wasn't fantastic, but it was all right, good enough. And if we can just keep having setups like that, we'll be fine, and we'll keep putting ourselves in position to maybe steal a win or just straight up run for one.
Well, tonight definitely looked like you were going to be running and contending for one, a week removed from the one that you broke through 40-some races after your second last season. But tonight, Max, a podium for you, third place. You were able to hold on for a decent finish. Congratulations at that. Best luck to you next week at Charlotte. We'll give you the forward to shout out if we got a shout out. Thank you if we got a thank for getting the podium tonight.
Well, we got to shout out Marco. Marco got a win. That's really all that matters tonight. That's the only storyline we need to follow tonight. Marco got a win. And that's all I have to say.
It looked like the entire league was out there to congratulate him. Granted, most of the running trucks there at the end were Dark Horse, but still, it was something for sure. But that you still have the third to be proud of. Go celebrate that. Best luck to you next week at Charlotte.
Thank you.
And well, that is going to do it with our post-race interviews, Devin. A whole bunch of surprises. I think Max is more or less like, it's what he could do with the truck. But I think with Kazi somehow ending up second after being essentially wrecked and laps down, and Markle, who got the lead via pit strategy. This podium, it's something else.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, that's kind of what Max was saying. Like, you got to really put yourself in a spot. I mean, sometimes the truck just isn't there. It's not the setup the way you want it. Just not, quite as good as what someone else might have. But if you can play a strategy and get yourself in contention, I mean, you're going to end up with a fairly decent result. And that seems to be what he did tonight. Unfortunately, his teammate Seth Berger kind of playing that same strategy ends up with a wrecked out truck. But that does happen here. It's the Monster Mile. It gobbles up race cars and spits them out. And that happened to a lot of Outlaw Sim Series drivers tonight.
Well, we'll see just how hungry Miles the Monster was tonight. And, we'll go through pretty much the trucks that finished. And Tyler Markle, with the race victory and his 43 laps, led nearly 3/10 over Joseph Kazi. Max Service with the third place finish. Seth Fitzpatrick, much needed good run as he came into the race today on the playoff bubble. Brandon Richardson comes home fifth, with his Dark Horse Racing teammate Kyle Lingerfelt behind him in sixth, and teammate Devin Smith in seventh. Andrew Schroeder, Greg Holt, a couple of Performance Sim Sport drivers, eighth and ninth. Jesse Adams, the Dark Horse driver, there in 10th. On to the second page, we get to some of the DNFs tonight, Devin.
Yeah, we're going to start getting to the guys who just ran into a lot of trouble and weren't able to keep going. So Joshua Landfox there in the 11th place, John Mustaine Jr. in 12th, Seth Berger in 13th, James Gilliard in 14th. And now we start getting to the real big trouble. Julio Villalobos in 15th, 12 laps down there. Farron Elam Jr., we saw his accident towards the end of the race, 18 laps down. Joshua Stroud, we saw his incident 25 laps down. Jeremiah Stutzman, we saw his incident towards the end, 26 laps down. Benjamin Park involved in that very big one that pretty much took out all of these drivers with about 25 laps to go there. Benjamin Park there, 26 laps down. Daniel Park, who was leading the race at the time, and then his wrecking at the front kind of impacted about half the field. He comes home 20th, 27 laps down.
Yeah, at that Daniel Park, not only did he take out half the field, he took his brother out with it. It's unfortunate. Again, Dan and Ben, good friends of mine as well. I've known them for a long time. Hoping they were able to pull out some good finishes tonight. Unfortunately, Miles the Monster, virtual Miles the Monster, had other says in that. Matthew Setzer comes home 21st, 28 laps down. Randall Barnett there, 22nd, 32 laps down. Brad Bothwell will finish 23rd, 57 down. Jeremy C. Poole got 68 laps behind race leader Tyler Markle there in 24th. Kevin Thompson, 110 laps down in 25th. Landon Lacey, 120 laps down in 26th. Doug Solms, 126 laps down in 27th. John Mickey, 127 down in 28th. And Eric Peck with the earliest exit, 156 laps down there in 29th. And at that, the racing doesn't stop there. We have a lot of racing to come as far as the Outlaw Sim Series. We have one more broadcast this week, tomorrow night. The Midwest Sim Racing Association Truck Series presented by VFW have round number 2, race 2 of that round tomorrow night at the Big Bad Talladega Super Speedway Trucks Talladega playoff racing. What more could you ask for? Tomorrow night, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. Next Wednesday night, our doubleheader is back at it with the KRZ Sport Tour at the South Boston Speedway, otherwise known as Sobo, or Sobo for short anyway. 6:40 p.m. Eastern. You won't want to miss that. And we'll be back in action with the Outlaws Sim Series, the third to last race of the regular season next Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Race 13 of 22, Charlotte Motor Speedway, Charlotte Oval, will be a fun one at that.
Yeah, and it's going to be throwback week for the Outlaw Sim Series, so we're going to see some old-time looking trucks there in the Outlaws. It's going to be amazing. We talked to Causey about it. He's going to be running the old Kenny Wallace Red Dog scheme, and I can't wait to see what the rest of these drivers have planned.
Absolutely, and well, what we also have planned is we have to give shout-outs to our amazing partners here at PitStop TV, like Tucson Sound Art, Your Picture, Your Music. Use promo code PitStopTV at checkout for 10% off of your wall-mounted sound art device today. PitStop TV broadcasts are also brought to you by Permanent Makeup in Maine. You deserve the best care that money can buy. Also brought to you by Whiplash Media, the official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV, and by BAM Racing Videos, by a race fan for the racing community. I want to give, of course, a huge shout out to Andrew Cardinale IV, who did a lot of work to get the beautiful sights we had here at Dover. The last 2/3 of that race and all, amazing cameras to bring us all the action from the Dover International Speedway, and of course, getting the amazing graphics package with our new toys. The qualifying timer and the pit lane timer was a lot of fun to experiment with tonight. Gave us a lot of info. Here's a little bit of insight on what was maybe going to happen until the yellow came out, and then everything broke loose. What a wild show we had tonight, Devin. I know you came in only for the last third of it, but at that, it was the longest third. Real quick, let's take a look at the race info at that. 9 cautions for 40 laps and as many lead changes.
Yeah, and I was there for over half those cautions, so oh my goodness, at the end of the race, I mean, it was the adage, it was cautions breed cautions. We got that one caution in green flag pit stops when everybody was trying to cycle around. That gave Tyler Markle the race lead. He was the only truck on the track still. 2 trucks on the track still who hadn't pitted, Daniel Park and Tyler Markle. Both of them still on, the only ones on the lead lap. So basically a free pit stop. They come in, get their service done, and he was able to hold it for the rest of the race. I mean, just a brilliant play there to stay out, try and go long, see if maybe he could get a little bit of lady luck on his side, and it was definitely on his side tonight.
You know what else is on your side? All of our social media outlets here at PitStop TV. Of course, you got to check out the amazing social media updates from our very own Vincent Cortez tonight on our Facebook page at facebook.com/PitStopTV. Our Instagram at pit_stop_TV, or there's the link there on your screen. At our Twitter at PitStopTV_. Vinny got a lot of pictures of the wrecks on the Twitter, so you'll want to check that out. Of course, we also stream to Twitch at twitch.tv/pit_stop_TV, and our YouTube channel there. Of course, youtube.com/PitStopTV1. And at that, a wild night tonight. We're going to be throwing it back next Wednesday night. The throwback schemes come out for the Outlaws Sim Series Gunman Truck Series drivers. You won't want to miss it. But until then, that'll do it from the Monster Mile. We're happy to have had you all here tuning in and joining us for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. For all at PitStop TV, Jacob Zala, who was alongside me on the mic for the first half of the race tonight, Devin Zimmerman, who was able to come in for the second half, and Vincent Cortez, of course, handling our social media duties all throughout the evening. My name is Emerson Arden. I want to wish you all a great night. Y'all stay warm. It's starting to get cold out. Rain a lot. Y'all stay dry. If it's still hot where you're at, stay cool. And we'll see you next time.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.